We are starting the show laughing. We are,
Because this is how we coming back. See, we ain't been here for a minute, and now we're back
This is how we starting
with
our broadcast.
new improved powers.
Jay, for you people that don't know, Jay is fucking hilarious. I want y'all people to know. He's fucking hilarious. I don't. I know you guys don't get to see us this jovial much, but this guy's fucking hilarious. You just showed me some shit that well, we're gonna share it with you guys.
Y'all see it soon
Yeah, he
enough.
just started the show with an inside joke, so we'll just make these inside jokes outside jokes for a second. But we'll get into that, Jay. Yoda.
In due time.
Yeah, how you been, Yoda, man? What's going on?
Can't complain, man. You know, just living life.
Staying away from these pores, man.
Always. It's one of my number one goals. You know, I make sure I don't even drive through their neighborhoods.
Yeah. I know that they don't want to hear that. Yeah, you know.
You know what? Here's the thing. They might not want to hear that, but here's the reality. When you go about life, right, where do you expect to be robbed? Where do you expect to be attacked? Where do you expect any bad thing to happen? Is it in the Target or is it in the Walmart? Is it in the rich neighborhood or is it in the poor neighborhood?
Yeah, I say this all the time, Jay. Even when it pertains to like when people start talking about police brutality and things that happen like that, I'm like, okay, you know, certain things happen to certain people, and it's not exclusive to the color of your skin. It can be exclusive to your attitude and to your demeanor and where you're at, right? It can.
This is what people. Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's a good chance. Like, you know, we say this all the time. We always play percentages on this broadcast. We talk about percentages. What's the percentages of you being successful if you try your absolute hardest, if you are absolutely disciplined, if you are astute at what you are doing? What's the chances you are to succeed? Very high, right? What's the chances of you being knocked over the head if you're in a place of destitute or an area where it's not conducive to positivity? You most likely are going to get knocked over the head by either it be police or somebody trying to take your purse or your hat or your, you know, we are still living in times, in Jay, where people still get shot over colors and shit, color of your hat, and you can't come around, still get beat up over colors of jeans and shit like that. You know, we're still there. I don't know how intense it is now, but that's where we at, Jay. I don't understand what people say like police brutality and this and that. And, well, listen, certain things happen to certain people in certain places. Am I on to something with that?
1000%. See, this is the thing, and this is a great point, right? Context is important when you look into these things. For example, when you see people or videos of people being assaulted by the police, it's not in Beverly Hills. It might be down in Inglewood, though. But the thing is, people want to sit there and automatically apply this to skin color. But imagine you're the biggest dog lover in the world and you're out in the street and a random pit bull starts running up to you. You don't know what that pit bull is going to do, so you're going to run and try to get away from it. But you go to your friend's house and a very similar looking pit bull walks up to you. Then all of a sudden it's cool. This is friendly. I could pet this dog. It's not the dog that's the problem. It's the context in which you are seeing this dog. And when people are running around in areas that are more dangerous and known for gun violence and random assaults and stuff, people are much more on edge. So when you go to this police brutality stuff, people are like, well, they treat these people differently. It's based off of where it is that they are. You're out in the wild and you react to wild animals differently than you do to domesticated ones, because statistically, you have a much higher chance of being attacked by these wild animals.
Yeah, and then you don't even have to be a police officer to abide by these rules, Jay. You could just be somebody, a pedestrian. You look at it the same way. Like right? If you're a pedestrian walking down the street and you're like, and it doesn't, and like you said, it doesn't have to be skin color, just where you are. It could be shit. If I'm in the middle of the deep South, South Carolina, whatever the case may be, and it could be a crowd of unruly looking white people. You think I'm not going to take precautions? Yeah.
Don't want to go there. You
It
never
doesn't
know.
matter. I don't want to go to any hood. I don't want to go to a white hood, a Chinese hood, a Thailand hood, a Beijing hood, a motherfucking white. I don't want to be in no destitute area. It doesn't matter what color it is.
Ever.
Because
Ever. Because those people are unpredictable. They
Yes.
are unruly. They are volatile. You do not know what it is that they are going to do. This is, like you said, regardless of skin color. I don't want to walk through a crowd of poor white people any more than I want to walk through a crowd of poor black people. I won't be around none of y'all.
So
because y'all are dangerous and don't know how to conduct yourselves.
But that right there shows you where people's minds at. Because if you don't hear us say these things, right, you would just automatically say, well, they don't want black. They don't want to go around black ghetto. They're the ghetto. No, I don't want to be in any ghetto. White, Chinese, I don't give a fuck what ghetto it is. I'm going to take precautions in every ghetto, not just a black one, a white one. It doesn't matter. Shit.
Everywhere there's rundown cars parked on the lawn and busted out windows and
There's
everywhere. Trash strewn about the street.
And police will do the same. Right? That's what they're going to do. They're going to, like Jay said, they're going to take precautions, and they're going to look at the, for lack of better words, the animals in that environment. They're going to look at them a little differently, as they should, as we do.
1000% as
we
they
do
should.
We do it.
If you don't, you're dumb. This is the thing. Like, we've talked about this before. Like, people sit there and talk about this stereotyping. Like, you can say whatever it is that you want to. By and large, people who commit crimes look a certain way. This is not just based on skin tone, but demeanor and dress and all of this. They look a certain way. It's if I see a group of dudes in suits, I'm not like, oh, maybe they're gonna rob me. But you got a group of people with their pants sagging down and the wife beaters and all that shit. I was like, yeah, I don't know what y'all gonna be up to. Because y'all look a certain way. You fit the profile. This is a thing. Profiles are profiles for a reason. Feel however you want to feel about that.
Let me just hammer home your point. Even, we both from the ghetto, for lack of better words. We're both from kind of similar backgrounds. If you're doing a certain crime, let's say you got to drive somewhere, and us looking the way we look like criminals, right? What do we do, Jay? If we think we're outsmarting the cops, what do we try to do? I'm gonna put on a nice shirt. I'm
gonna drive real proper with my hands on the wheel. I'm gonna make sure I go exactly the speed limit.
Why? Why do we do that, Jay?
To look different.
Then. All right. We've all done it.
This is common sense that people sit here. People know
We've all done it. We've all done it. So stop it. Stop it. People who fucking hit people over the head look a certain way. Okay. And we know that. So that's just why we, even blue collar, whatever crime you're doing, you're going to try to manipulate the situation as you should, right? So
yeah, you try to fit in. But then on the other end, even when you're sitting outside and you see a car full of people rolling by, who do you look out for in the car? The people who look like you. Because those are the ones who are most likely to do something.
Yeah, for sure.
No one sees a car full of Wall Street bankers driving by. It's like, oh shit, tuck your chain.
Nope. And this is how you survive, man. Like let's just keep it a buck, man. This is how you survive in life. I don't know where this across the line, where this got diluted or misconstrued. This is how you survive in life, right? You see something that may look not ordinary, and you do the list. I'm gonna stay away from that, right? Or I'm gonna go, well, there's certain people that run towards shit like that. Oh, it's nothing. Well, there you have it. White people getting fucking shark attacks and shit. Oh, it's pet the shark, and it's Same. It's the same. It's the same all around, man. People do not have discernment when it comes to taking this shit life.
That's the thing, and people get surprised by that. Like they had the magician dudes in Vegas who had a tiger and got attacked by the tiger, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, what happened? Like, what do you mean what happened? It's a fucking tiger. A tiger
That's what
happened."
happened.
And people not being aware that a tiger was a tiger. There's nothing to be shocked by here.
Where are we? And
what's more shocking is all the times that the tiger didn't murder them. That's the shocking thing.
That is the shocking. Well, that's what shocks us. That's what shocked me. Like, damn, that tiger ain't bite they.
That's what shocks intelligent
that
people.
tiger ain't ripped their chest off yet. Not yet. We'll wait until it happens. And then when it does happen, it's like, oh, well, there you go. There it happened. So
yeah, it took longer than I thought.
So listen, you walk down a dark, destitute block if you want. And you might make it one time, you might make it 2 times, you might make it 3 times. On the 15th time, you get knocked over the head. Don't look around and scream outrage, man.
What happened?
What happened? This can't happen. Nah, man. Anything that can happen probably will happen sooner or later, right? So that's how we starting this shit off, Jay.
That's how we starting the show, man.
We didn't even plan to get into that. That was just fucking. That was just for the ABC guys who need the floor is wet sign, Jay. These are for the floor is wet sign.
The people who can't look down and understand that the shiny floor probably has water on it.
You may slip sign. This is for those. All right.
For the caution hot coffee sign people on the cup.
This is for you guys. We just had to break that down real quick. Jay. Hey Yoda, it's something that fucking I was thinking about, man. And you know how I get, man, when I start thinking, man. I started thinking about a word that I kept hearing, and I just, I kept hearing this word white supremacy, and that shit was pissing me off, man.
I don't even know where you're going with this, but I'm all the way here for it.
I don't know. I just be thinking shit. And I keep hearing this word, and all right, I'll give you a little context, right? I'm not going to say too much because, I always tell them personal stories, and people always getting upset to me off camera, like, why the fuck did you say that? So I know you were talking, you changed the name, but you were talking about me. But hey, it's always going to be the truth. But I was in an area where there was people who thought a certain type of way. Now let's say that. A certain town, a little town where people think a certain type of way. And I kept hearing this word. I didn't even know people actually thought like this. So I've never been in this little town. So I didn't really think people thought like this, Jay. I didn't, it was like, oh, white supremacy is holding, kept hearing this word. And I'm like, and me being me, Jay, I couldn't hold it in any longer. I didn't want to rock the boat. After I just say, hey, man, listen, I'm a black and white guy, Jay. I'm not too complicated. When I hear white supremacy, that to me, I'm like, supremacy. That means you think someone is more supreme than you. That means someone has supremacy over you. I just don't think that's not me, man. There is no such thing as white supremacy in my world. I don't right? Like, who even came up with that word? It had to be a white guy that was like, and then I don't even blame them if they thought a white person who thought that, well, there is white supremacy. I am supreme. Well, then, cool, right? Because I think there's if there's white supremacy, there's black supremacy and Mexican supremacy and Chinese supremacy. Because motherfucker, when it all else fails, I believe that I'm more supreme than anyone. So how could there be white supremacy in my world when I think I am the supreme being? It's impossible. So it doesn't affect me in the ways that other people are affected by it, and they are. Jay, I don't know if you've been out in the real world with idiots lay and lie, but they're. Here I go get myself in trouble. Here I go get myself in trouble. But Jay, come on. What do you think about this? Is this a real thing? White supremacy, and it is a real thing to certain people, but to you, to
I
you,
I have two thoughts. The first one you touched on. And for all of this stuff that everyone talks about, all this white supremacy, as far as I can see, there is black supremacy, Mexican supremacy, Asian supremacy, gay supremacy, straight
well, sure,
supremacy, left and right supremacy. I see black people all of the time talking about we are the smartest, most creative, most
why not?
ingenuity having people on the planet. And
Have
it's
at
like,
it.
is this not you thinking that you're better than everybody? I've even seen the trans
Of
people talking
course,
about this is the
of course.
best way of living, and we're God's chosen, and a whole bunch
Jewish,
of weird shit that doesn't make any sense. But it's like
Jewish supremacy, all of
everybody,
why, everybody.
everybody thinks they're better than everybody else. Mixed people, immigrants, your British people, Canadians, like everybody thinks they're better than everybody else. People who are from California think
Yeah.
they're better than the people who moved to California. Same thing for people from New York or anywhere. It's everybody thinks that they're better than everybody else. So as a mindset, quite honestly, the only people that I've not seen saying that are white people.
Ain't that some shit?
Because they can't.
They are saying there's no such thing as white. They're the ones denouncing it.
They're saying black women run the world, and they know everything, and the gay people this, and the minorities that, and they've just been conditioned to fucking hate themselves. So on an individual level, the only people that I don't see who subscribe to some sort of personal supremacy narratives are white people.
Yeah,
ironically,
but it's smart.
But there's nothing wrong with thinking that you're better
They're
than
smart
everybody.
because I do believe that they think that. Because as well as
they just know they can't say it.
I think that I'm supreme. Like, why wouldn't? What the fuck? Like, I'm supreme. I'm fucking black and I'm fucking better. Okay, but like, Jay, my thing is, what's the problem?
Exactly. There is zero problem. And that's the thing, is people sit there and act like this is like, because people simultaneously want to have this narrative that everybody is equal, but somehow we're all individually better than everybody. Like this is absolutely ridiculous. Like you can't be pushing for equality while saying that your people are the best. That doesn't make any sense. By just logic, by the way things that work, that puts people on a scale, which means someone has to be better than somebody else. You can't be the most creative and smartest and equal to everybody. It doesn't make any sense. That means you're better than everybody. So why can't they think it too? Why can't everyone think that they're better? They can, unless you're a retard. But the second thing, for the people who sit there, and I've said something about this, I made a video about this recently. A bunch of people sat there and got super mad at me. Well, that's not true. It just means that certain people can break out of the system. Okay, so is there really a system there if you could just work hard enough and get around it? Do you think that, just common sense, common logical sense, do you think that if the country was truly run by white supremacy, that they would be allowed to teach this stuff in the school? Why would they tell you this? Why would they tell you that they're against you? Why would they tell you that they're holding you down? Why was Dr. Umar allowed to go around the whole entire country preaching about white supremacy and the evils of it? If this is truly a thing, why wouldn't they say, no, shut the fuck up? Why did they let 19 Keys and all of them run around doing this shit?
My thing is, even if it's like when you say the word white supremacy, what does it mean? I could ask someone, what does it mean? And they won't be able to tell me what it means, right?
It's a buzzword.
And here's the thing, right? If someone says, well, they own a lot of shit. Yeah, so that means we need to own a lot of shit too. So if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, no one wants to get down to the nitty gritty. No one would. They just want to say words. They just want to say words.
I said someone made that exact point. They said that if you to make there's no black NBA team owners or whatever. If you want to make all the big money, you got to go play for the white man. Okay, that's
you
true.
Don't have to.
But you don't. That's what I said. Ice Cube has his own league. Then they say, well, Ice Cube doesn't pay the same. Exactly, because you don't actually care. You don't actually care about bettering something. You don't care about building something. You just want to go with what's best for you. And it just so happens that they set all of this shit up. They have it. Whoop-de fucking do. Stop watching them and start watching Ice Cube if you truly care about this. Tell LeBron James and all your other fucking heroes, go play for Ice Cube. Guarantee you, the sponsors and all of that shit will start funding Ice Cube because he has everybody that they want to see, but they won't do that because they want to play with what it is that they know. They don't want to support Ice Cube, just like they didn't want to support Tidal. That's why when Jay-Z bought the shit, people would sit there and not want to put their music on Tidal because they think, oh, he's getting too big. Everyone was sitting there hyped about all of the him becoming the president of Def Jam till he became the president of Def Jam. Then everyone got mad and said, fuck you.
He's an elitist. He's an Illuminati.
Exactly. So what happened? Yeah. Why don't you want to sit there and do this? Why? We've talked about this before. Why doesn't everyone running around in fear of God? Why are you sitting there still talking about Gucci? If you really want to build up all this black shit, go buy Jerry Lorenzo shit. Go buy T.I. shit. Go buy Tyler, the Creator shit. But you don't want to do that. You want Louis Vuitton.
And if you did that, then maybe we'd be talking about some real supremacy.
But see, again, all of you motherfuckers go out and support all of this other shit because you don't want to see black people succeed to that level. That's why you don't want to go support these motherfuckers. You want to sit there and talk about all this shit. You know who hates black people? Yep. Black people.
Yep. That's it. That's it right there. So we are even like we're giving credence. We are powering white supremacy. Listen, I don't even believe in the word, but if there ever was an idea, we're the reason for it.
If there is white supremacy, it's propped up by black people
because we're the ones screaming it
all day.
And not only are we screaming it, Jay, we are fueling it. We're fueling it. Like we're funding it.
You sit there again.
We're the ones.
But this is the thing, though, right? We'll come on here and say racism isn't holding you back, and people will sit there and say, "No, you guys are coons. White supremacy is real, and the all-powerful white man won't let us succeed." That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, in what world do you think that you telling people this is better for them? In what world do you think you going around the country say, "Hey, all of you are victims of the white man, and he will stop you from succeeding. So be mad about it." Like, who is this doing good to? Not only that, if you take this a step further, and what you're saying is true, then you also have to, by extension, be saying that every single black man who is successful or making money is only doing so because the white man allowed him to be. In saying that, you strip every single black person in America of their achievements and say all they have is handouts from the white man.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you talking about?
That right there is a slippery slope there, buddy. Because if we look at a lot of these celebrities, Jay, they might be a little propped up. They might be a little propped up and put in that position to do certain things and to sell certain things. So that's a slippery slope. But I'm really talking about the average Joe, not the average Joe Small, or the hardworking dude that's the CEO of his own business and no one knows his name and he's worth $25 million and people will walk past him in the street. That guy deserves credit. That guy.
1,000%.
That guy.
But see, celebrity-wise, certain people clearly have to push certain narratives in order to get to much higher places.
Yeah, sure.
Like, how are you a billionaire sitting here talking about racism holding you? How? What are you talking about? How are you a billionaire?
That right there, Jay. That right there. You just cracked the fucking code, man. Like how are you worth $1 billion and the word racism comes out your mouth, or oppressiveness? Like who oppressed you, motherfucker?
What happened to how did you sidestep why didn't it apply to you? Why didn't they stop you?
And then you have to think,
how are they letting you do this?
You have to think, Jay, why would they say that? Now now there's the conundrum, right? Why would he say that? Why would he say that? His kids will be good for a lifetime. oh, my daughter got to eat. Like, yeah, no, well, dog,
Your daughter got to eat. Like, you could buy your daughter a
yeah,
grocery
like, what are
store.
we talking about? Why are you saying these things? And that actually is a great segue, um, Yoda, because I seen this clip, and now for the audience, we got a new little wrinkle in it. We got a new little wrinkle in the show, man.
We got
We
new
got new powers,
powers.
man. We pulling up clips now, and I seen this clip, and it's a great segue of what we was talking about just now. Um, of Memphis Bleak. He was speaking to a producer named Bink, uh, who has great catalog, great records. And he had said something that was a little misleading, and I want to kind of iron that out. Uh, nothing personal. Let's
Let's
pull a
pull
clip.
this up here.
New powers, bitch.
They believe a
Come on.
billion streams on any platform just because they send you that shiny plaque, you lit. A billion streams on any platform, whether it's Apple, Spotify, YouTube. You can't even go buy a house. You couldn't buy. You probably get enough money just to buy a Honda Accord, not the fully equipped one. You get about 22, probably 25,000 tops. So you got to get the Enterprise or the Hertz Honda, the one they rent to you, the rental car version, not the fully loaded with the sunroof,
All right,
leathers,
all right, Jay.
AC.
You could cut this shit off
But them same space.
because I just got pissed off all over again. Um,
Even, hold up. I even see even Mickey Fax in there talking.
yeah. Like, yo, dog, that's not this. What are you talking about? And it's not. This is for. Let's start this. Let's start it off by this, Jay. This is not a personal attack on Memphis Bleak. This is about what was said in the clip, right? So, and about just spreading misinformation, and you could deter someone, upcoming artist or upcoming businessman. You could deter them from trying to get ahead with this type of information, right? So he said that you can't buy a house with a billion streams. Billion. Now, if you just pulled out a calculator, and I don't, and I don't agree. Listen, I don't agree with the streaming construct of how you get paid. We're like, as an artist, we did not negotiate this fee that we are given. We just they just came up with it and they gave it to us, right? And we can't say anything about it. We're stuck, right? So it's like 0.0.0.0.3% of a pennies, something crazy like that, right? But you can do the math, right? And that's not even a a dollar amount. That doesn't even exist, that number, right? But Jay, if you punch that number in the calculator and you times it by a billion, and you get 3 million. You get 3 million. So in what world at $3 million can't buy you a house or a Honda Accord? Now, here's the thing. Here's where he's been a signed artist his whole life, right? He's been given advances his whole life, right? His whole career as a rapper, or entertainer or whatever have you. He's been given advances and stuff like that. He has had no ownership, right? And I say this to the people who say anti-streaming, anti this, anti that. Jay, I just want to ask you a question. Um, if streaming was so bad, and if streaming wasn't beneficial to somebody, would it exist, Jay? Like if it wasn't, what Jay? What are we talking? If streaming wasn't beneficial to somebody, would it exist? Yes or no, Jay? All right,
Nope.
we got that out the way. So it is beneficial to somebody. Now let's figure out who it is beneficial for. Okay, whoever owns the music. Think about this, Jay. Think about this idea, right? This is why streaming is interesting, right? I'm not saying it's the best thing or the worst thing. You got to adapt, right? So this is why streaming is interesting. Before, back in the days, you would buy an album, you would have the album. That was it. One purchase, one time buy. Don't got to buy it again unless you lose it. Then you go buy it again, right? Now, don't own it. Every time I play the song, 0.0.0.03% of a penny gets accounted towards, whatever fee, right? So for a lifetime, this entity can make money, whether it be a single fucking album, a podcast, whatever it may be. It's not a one-time buy. You could make money off this thing forever. Now, what I noticed of doing business, Jay, I'm doing business with the Caucasian side of things, I noticed that they always crunch the numbers. They never guess. Never. Even when I'm trying to speed things up, hold up, pull out the calculator, and they crunch the numbers. And I noticed that. I'm like, okay, all the numbers count. You just can't guess this shit, right? Stop guessing. That's what we do is, oh, no, forget, just add it up and round it to the nearest whatever. and you got what you got. No, I notice white people, they crunch the numbers, they pull out the calculators and they crunch the numbers and they get the right numbers done. Right? Now, here's the thing. Beneficial to who, Jay? It is beneficial to the owner of the catalog, to the owner of the music, the direct owner of the music. It is beneficial. Streaming is beneficial to whoever owns the music. If I own something that streamed 1 billion times, Jay, I got $3 million. If I owned it, $3 million out the gate, right? Now, I'd say this to a Memphis Bleak and to whoever thinks like Memphis Bleak. There's a lot of older rappers that don't know this part of the game. They haven't adapted yet, Jay. And this is not just contingent. Doesn't have to be contingent just to rap. It's a broad scale. This is business. This is business, right? So ownership does matter. It's almost like everything. Ownership is everything. And I'd say I leave it with this, Jay. When you're a person like, let's say, Drake, Drake signed a contract and Drake got look Jake, the bag and $500 million. Why do you think a record label would give him $500 million, Jay? Why? Because he doesn't stream in the billions? So they're only giving you money that's yours. So when you get these advancements, it's your money. They gave Drake his money. Oh, he didn't get a bag. He got an advance because he streams well. That's how this works. So 1 billion streams could get you way more than a house. So if you get a bag, let's say if you're a podcast and you get a bag, you didn't get a bag because, a bag. You didn't get a bag because you're fucking this and that. You got a bag because yearly to monthly, weekly, monthly to yearly, your business podcast catalog accrues this amount of money monthly, weekly, yearly. You times that times, let's say if the deal's 3 to 4 years, times it by that, and they give you an advance. So if your catalog or podcast, whatever the case may be, if you're making $1 million a year, you're making $1 million a year off your podcast. Times that, if you sign a 4-year deal, Jay, how much money they might give you. Here's $6 million. Here's a little extra. Throw you a little extra. Here's $6 million. It's a $4 million deal. We'll own this. And you say, oh, I just got a bag. You didn't get a bag. You was gonna make that money anyway.
Now
Now you're gonna make less. And now, hold on, Jay, you get the bag, and now you got to figure out how to do something, how to invest that bag to do what you already had. Is to make $100,000 a month. So now you got to invest the money, the bag. You got to invest that all over again, right? And I say all that to say, like I said, no personal attack on Memphis Bleak. It's just the wrong information, right? We on this podcast, we preach ownership, right? Stop complaining, adapt. Yeah, streaming might not be the best thing for everybody, right? But adapt. I've adapted. I'm not no old stupid ass rapper, right? I've adapted, and I played the numbers, and I did the math, and I pulled my calculator out. Right, Jay? If I put out one album, and that one album doesn't accrue 1 million streams, let's just throw that number out. Then guess what? If one album accrues 100,000 streams, then I'm gonna do 10 albums to make 1 million, and so on and so on. If I want 1 billion, if I want 5 million, I'll just do the work until I get to what I need to get to. That's the new way of approaching this, and it applies to every business, Jay. It applies to every business. You have to adapt or die.
But see, people don't want to do that because exactly what you said. You do the work. They don't want to do the work. They just want to be given stuff. People want their lucky big breaks or whatever the case may be, where they get one song and make $100 million off of that, and then they live off of that forever. And that's not a real thing for the most part. Exactly, because again, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to try. But you said like you adapted to the new stuff. Like I would propose you're doing much better now, but than before streaming.
Absolutely,
But not only that, ownership, right? Anyone can put their stuff on Spotify.
Anyone.
You don't need a deal to do that. You don't need a deal to put your shit on Apple. You don't need a deal to be on YouTube. You don't need a deal to be on another platform. I don't know. I can't think of it, but you don't need a deal to be on any of that. So you could just put your stuff out and then promote yourself on Instagram, and you make all of the money. You make 100% of it. Because if someone, like you said, if they're willing to pay Drake $500 million, you know how much money that they're then going to make off of Drake?
That's business. Yeah.
They're going to make
that's
billions.
The point. That's
Billions.
The point. Why would they just give someone $500 million? That's not how it works. They gave it to him because he was going to make it anyway.
But much more.
That's the point.
And that's another crazy thing too. You got to wonder, like, why is somebody like Drake even still taking deal stuff? Like, his name is his name. He could just put stuff out now. He doesn't need to be pushed in that way.
It's deeper with him because if he does it, he's the biggest artist in the world. If he does it,
yeah, they probably wouldn't. Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. This real shit.
Because then everyone else is going to be like, well, maybe I shouldn't do it.
Real shit. Like, come on, man. If Drake do it, it's totally different. Now he sets the whole thing free, and he gives people inspiration and courage to do certain things, and they're going to pay him not to do that because he's influential, right? He's I don't want to get too crazy and say like a Michael, like when Mike turned, it was like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, then they killed him.
Right. Oh. Yeah, exactly.
So this is kind of a side tangent, but is Drake still Drake?
I don't think so.
Like, is he still super popular, influential?
Yeah, man? But not. It's just not the same.
Like he was before?
The same. It's not the same, in my opinion. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. And this is not even. I don't know if was it the battle or was it, I don't know, but in my opinion, it's just not the same. Yeah, you could shove a bunch of numbers in my face, and I'll be like, okay, the numbers are similar, but it doesn't feel the same. Put it like that, Jay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 'Cause, like, yeah, it's different.
I think it's crazy when I look at it like someone just put it like a big magnifying glass over, and now you start to see little things maybe you ignored before. That's what I
think. Yeah, I see. Here's the thing, man. I think he had three things: Meek Mill, Pusha T, Kendrick, who just slowly broke
Yeah.
him. Now, yes, he beat Meek Mill, but that gave him this little false
Yeah.
confidence street guy
Yeah.
persona
Yeah.
where he thought he could deal with them other two people. Now he's just a shattered version of, I don't know. I don't know. It's just not like he put shit out, but
Here's
like
the thing.
people listen to it, I'm sure, but it's not like Marvin's
No,
Room.
here's the thing. People lose battles and all the time, rap battles and shit. People, if shit, people will say I lost to Joe Buttons back in the day, and Jay-Z. Jay-Z fucking he lost it now, but it's not about losing the battle because the greatest have done that. You know, LL done took cannabis. So we can name a whole bunch of people that lost battles and came back. Ice Cube and Easy and Common and all these other people went to war. Win, lose, or draw, they came out of it and they still here.
Beanie and the
Beanie and a lot.
Locks, Gucci and
Easy,
Jeezy.
right? So it's not about that the loss. It's about what you kind of did how you took your loss. That's the magnifying glass I'm talking about, Jay. Now people are looking like, because when you lose, or when you're a perceived loser, because you know there's always perception. Everyone, because there's lots of people who thought he won, so it's not even about win or lose.
Those people are
Yeah,
wrong.
well, yeah, but it's still perception. It's still perception. It's all perception, but the perception is you took an L, and it is even more perceived when you react in certain ways. Right? When you react a certain way, you kind of magnifying that L, and then when you take an L, you got to realize now the glass is over you. Now they watching. They watching.
What are you gonna do next?
And to me, in my opinion, he's done everything wrong. After
absolutely.
that L, after the perceived L, everything has been wrong. Everything, how he's approached it. I'm not even talking about the lawsuit. That's a whole another thing. It's just everything. Just the whole look of it. The whole look of it has been wrong. That's not how you take an L. Everybody takes an L. We talk about taking an L on this show all the fucking time. I've taken all types of L's. So how you get back up from that motherfucking L? Look at how Jay came back.
After not, on to the next thing. Learn the lesson, keep it moving.
Nigga, he made hits and classic albums after that. Come on now.
Did his whole Black Album thing.
Kept. He got bigger, man. And I heard someone say is, yeah, you won the battle, but the war. Some might argue that Jay's winning a war. You know, he's looking at the bigger picture. I lost this little skirmish, but you know, every time Nas seems to drop an album, Jay's somewhere lurking, ready to drop something, ready to stomp on him. Still, it's the competitive nature, but I'll just leave it as take your L, take it gracefully. Take your L gracefully. Take it like I don't want to say take it like a man, but yeah, for lack of better words, take that shit like a man, yo.
Nah, 1000%. You can't run around throwing a bunch of little temper tantrums.
And that's what it looks like.
That's worse. That's worse than losing.
That is worse than losing. That is worse than losing. All right, AJ, I know I'm just going on. I'm all over the place, and I don't give a fuck because
fuck it.
It's crazy that you said fuck it because I seen one critique. I love critiques. I love them. Someone said, "You guys use the word motherfucker a lot, or fuck, or something like that." I'm like, man, come on, man. Who gives a fuck? It's like, dog. Is that that's how you come up? That's what you take away from this shit? You guys curse a lot.
Whoop-de-doo.
It's like
this is come on, Jack. This is such a small-minded thing to focus on. I don't like the words that you're using. Like, shut the fuck up. Nobody motherfucking cares. Like this is the problem that people have with shit, right? Is nobody could sit here and take a message without looking for some reason to ignore it. It's the dumbest shit. Not it doesn't apply to me. It's that, oh, you have tattoos. It's that, oh, you said you cursed. Oh, you did some other stupid shit that has absolutely nothing to fucking do with any motherfucking
I
thing.
don't get it.
I don't like your language. Fuck you. Who cares?
That's so
Who
fucking
gives a
gay,
shit?
man. It's gay, man. It's
As
gay,
hell.
man. So I'm gonna just put that out there. Like, yeah, we're gonna curse, man.
I'm going to curse extra the remainder of this time just because of that
It's
shit.
like, come on, man. Like, lighten
The
up,
fuck?
man. Lighten up and stop being gay. We curse.
And stop of all of the fucking things in the world to sit here and whine about. It's words. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you a child? Why are you sitting here? You're saying no words. What the fuck is wrong with you? Of all of the issues in the world, this is what concerns you. This is the problem. Whoever it is that you are, this is your fucking problem. This is why you're failing at life, because you pay attention to stupid shit.
Facts.
This is dumb
Facts.
shit.
And you know what, Jay? We didn't broadcast in some time. There's a lot of stuff going on, but what went on, I don't think we got to touch on this, but the Charlie Kirk assassination. We didn't, and on this show we don't care about timing. Our timing,
Now we will talk
our
about it.
timing is the only time that counts to us. So, and I say that because the way we speak upon these subjects is going to be totally different from someone else's aspect. So,
Yeah, we use current events to convey timeless messages. So that's just the framing of
you
it.
might have to drop a little gunshot to that. I like that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. You misplaced the guns.
Pause while we find the gunshot.
Jay misplaced. Hit him up. Hit him up.
Come
Yeah,
on.
man. Like, I see a lot going a lot of dialect surrounding his assassination still to this moment. A lot of it, I think all of it, I just disagree with. Whether I agree with it or not, it doesn't really matter, only to me. But a lot of it, I disagree with it. And I look at it like, damn, this motherfucker was shot dead for everyone to see, and no one really flinched, Jay. It wasn't like, oh my God. It was like, is this a I look at it like, man, you are being numbed up. You are being numbed up. And we'll get into Charlie Kirk's is it Kirk or Clerk? Charlie
Kirk.
Kirk's effect and what his words meant and an effect he had on not us. Not us. His word, the effect that his words had on certain people, good or bad. But I'd like to say from me, um, man, seeing somebody get hit up like that shit is just it's terrible. Whether you agreed with him or not, who gives a fuck at that point? Who gives a fuck if you agreed with somebody? Well, you know what? I disagreed with that guy, so good for him. That's just stupid. that's that's even worse than stupid. You're just not uh that is not by the laws of the universe, and that's not how we are supposed to conduct ourselves. And I'm not saying, like I said, that's not me. I'm not saying I disagreed or agreed with anything he said. I'm just doubling back and doing um, some real research on what it was said and why he said, and because I made that mistake before, Jay. Like when with Kevin Samuels, and when he died, and I had a pre misconception about him, going off of what the internet and what people were saying, and I just didn't do my research, and then when I did my research, I was like, oh, he wasn't really saying, he, he was just telling people the truth, but people do not like the truth.
People hate nothing more than the truth.
The truth is like a fucking dagger, man. The truth is a fucking dagger, man. No, and I know this is a totally different road I'm taking with it, but it seems like day in and day out and week by week and year by year, people are being more damaged by the truth. I got my theories on that, but we'll get into that. But but Jay, just touch on Charlie and how his death kind of how you viewed it, what you thought about the whole situation.
Man, I have a series of thoughts. I'll stick to a couple of them right now and we can maybe circle back. But one of the things that you said, it doesn't matter if you agreed with this man or not. The fact of the matter is, when someone gets murdered, you should not celebrate this, especially when the person who is getting murdered is not some sort of dictator, mass murderer, serial killer, fucking warlord or some shit like that. It's just a guy who said things at the end. That's very different. Yeah, let's support the execution of pedophiles. But this is not what he was. He was just a guy who said some shit. Some people didn't agree with it. Some people did. But the fact that people are sitting here saying that he deserved it because of the stuff that he was saying. So this is part of the problem with this overall ideology here. It's the people who are sitting here who have been told words are violence. So because they believe that words are violence, they believe that violence is an appropriate response to words. So he said something, he got shot, and they're like, he brought it upon himself, which is absolutely insane. Because if you can't say things, whether you agree with them or not, this is how people wind up enslaved. When they take away your speech, when you're not allowed to talk, when you're only allowed to say certain things. In 1984, the whole entire premise of the thought crime is you're not allowed to say certain words, because if you can't say certain words, eventually you won't think certain things. And then you won't know. You won't understand that what's happening is wrong because you're not allowed to articulate
1984.
And I think that, again, regardless of how anyone feels about him, what this should have exposed is that all of this shit is fake. It's all fake as fuck. All of your political ideologies, all of your left and right shit is lies. It's nonsense. Nobody really believes in any of this, because all of the people who are sitting there, once again, talking about who are super sensitive and tolerance and love and inclusion, started clapping as soon as someone they don't like got killed. They sit there online protesting, ban guns, and then all of a sudden, yay, gun crime, because it happened to somebody that we don't like. They're sitting there anti-death penalty, and then all of a sudden, yay for an execution because he said something that we don't like. Y'all don't believe in any of the shit that you're fucking talking about, otherwise it applies across the board. But the same thing goes, I know usually I don't too much criticize the people on the other side, but it goes in the other direction too, because y'all were the motherfuckers who were throwing temper tantrums about cancel culture a few years back, whenever you got, you would lose your job because you said logical shit like there's only two genders, and that's absolutely ridiculous to get fired for that. But now you're sitting here wanting to get people fired because they said offensive stuff about Charlie Kirk. What happened? Cancel culture is cancel culture. You're either for it or you're against it, period. Y'all shouldn't have applauded Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy whoever the fuck getting his show taken off of. If you were mad at Dave Chappelle being canceled, you should have been upset at him being canceled. But once again, all of your shit is fucking lies. None of you believe in any of this shit. You just go with whatever it is that you're told that your party is supposed to think.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why y'all just swap.
I agree, Jay. And on this show, we always say, man, why were we able to see that?
If they show it to you, they want you to see it. Yeah. Now, we're keeping with this thing. I'm aware that we sound like conspiracy theorists a lot, but I don't care. So extending the thing of this should expose that everything is a fucking lie. Obviously, every single thing that's happening here is clearly a fucking lie. Like, what are the chances? Have you ever seen Dexter?
Yeah. Fire.
There's an episode where they're hunting for him, the FBI, they don't know, and he tries to write them a little manifesto thing to throw them off of his trail. And in the thing, he covers, like they say, he covers like all of the shit that they talk about, like religion and all of this, all of the little bullet points to get them looking. And that's exactly what they did with this. It's this kid who was disgruntled because his dad is a Republican and his girlfriend's a boy, and is just. He was radicalized by the left. His dad. It's just something for everyone to be like, oh, this. It's a fucking lie. It's a lie from the fucking beginning. The entire story is a lie. It's all bullshit.
Like, it feels like theater.
It's theater. It's the production.
It feels like it, Jay. It feels like it.
Every bit
of it, man. And I hate to be that much of a I hate using that word too. Conspiracy.
See, but this is the thing. They call it conspiracy theorist, but to sit there and think anything otherwise is to be fucking stupid. Like, you see these text messages and the dude's like, I committed this crime at this time for this reason with this weapon.
Right.
And I left it over here with this towel. This is my weapon.
Like, oh.
Let me describe every step. But like, shut the fuck up. This is
Things
stupid.
can be that simple, right? But when we say simple shit like, don't eat this and you won't get fat.
Then it's complicated. Then it's all your hormones, and it's your third cousin's thyroid that transferred over to you when you spent time around him, and because you eat sometimes at 1:07 p.m. This is why you're fit.
Simple, man. It's simple. So
if it looks like a lie, it's a lie.
It's simple, man. Jay, is it simple to us, or is this like a special thing that we have? Because I don't see many people with it.
Because people just be so conditioned. Well, this is what TV said. And not only this, people have been so conditioned for the left and the right people to fight against each other that the left wants to blame the right and the right wants to blame the left. Not really. You're both being lied to.
Absolutely.
They're lying to both of you and making you fight each other. This is ridiculous. This is clearly lies, and you're so focused on the other side there is no other side. There's no two sides. You're all the same fucking idiots. You just don't understand that.
Hey Jay, was this man's death? Was it strategic, man? Was it? Because I don't want to get too crazy, but it, like you said, like we say, it's theory. It really does feel like theory. And what was it strategic? Was he strategically taken out in such a manner where it's like, okay, was he made an example? Was it okay? Was it a free? What is it? Was it a speech thing? Was it a?
So, I think this is my thoughts. I believe it was for a collective of reasons. I'm not saying that I know specifically, but this is what I think. I think it was decided a while ago that he needed to go for whatever reason. Maybe he upset somebody. Maybe he said the wrong thing. Maybe he was getting people to think people say it's because he was getting people to believe certain things. I don't really believe that, but I think that he was speaking against something he shouldn't have been speaking against, and people were like, he's got to go. We've got to do this differently.
Many do. So what made him?
He's bigger.
I'm getting you to. I'm not getting, because I know you're gonna get to where you're getting, but. You know what I'm trying to push you towards. Yeah.
I think that he was assassinated in the way that he was, to send a message, whether that be overtly or subconsciously, and get people to sit there and some people who know, some people don't. The people who know are going to take away a different thing, and the people who don't are going to take away a different thing. But I also think that the reason they picked him is because he was a back and forth debater guy. He would talk to the other people who he disagreed with. And this, again, sends a message. You can't have discourse with people. You can't talk to people. You guys can't get along. You can't find common ground. And then it was set up in such a way that all of these people on either side are going to sit there fighting each other or blaming each other for it and just cause more division. He was murdered to create division, amongst other things, but to create division amongst people.
And peep this, man. And it's interesting that you say division. Basically, that's what all this shit is about anyway. Divide and conquer.
All division tactics.
It's clearly. But it's the clips that you see going around to incite people. And 99% of the people, I love that number, 99. 99% of you, because you're not going to go actually look up the actual clip that it came from the interview, or you're not going to go there.
Look up, they just watched the little part. This is what he said.
And it's interesting when you see these parts and you're like, oh, yeah, well, and then even when I see the parts that might be triggering to the normal idiot, even when I see that, I'm like, yeah, I might have not liked what he said, but then I think about like, he ain't wrong, no.
But it exactly.
I don't like it. I don't like it. But guess what?
Doesn't make it false,
right? Because there's certain it's cringe. Like, did he just say that? Then you think about it like, damn, that shit kind of true though. Yeah, we got to do better. You know what I mean? Instead of looking, then what people do, instead of looking inward, they automatically look outward. Well, you're wrong. He's wrong. He's just that. And I looked at the clips and I looked at the context. One clip made me laugh. He supposedly called somebody a chink, but which he didn't. He didn't, because if you go, yeah,
I saw that. That was a
yeah, that
motherfucker's
was his
name.
name. Like, right. So it's like, but I get it though. I get whoever clipped it up, and it makes.
They were smart.
So I
It
get
was
it. Yeah.
wise.
So that's why I say when you see these things,
These people are good at crafting their narrative.
You're seeing shit for a reason, dog. Like you really are seeing shit for a reason, man. Like when I seen that, I was like, oh, that's the dude's name. And I'm like, yeah,
but people don't care. They just want their narrative. Their narrative is he yelled out a racist thing. Their narrative is that I haven't seen the motherfucker say anything racist.
Yeah, really. He said a bunch of shit you don't like.
You might not care for it, but it's like, here's the thing. Even like he had the thing with the black people commit this X amount of crime. Even if that statistic is wrong, if he has the statistic, it's not racist. It's based on a statistic. What are you talking about? Like people need to read or go with the actual definition of these words. Like race, you think you're better than somebody because of their race. You think they're inferior because of their like. Wrong. That's not what he's saying.
It wasn't wrong. It wasn't wrong.
No, it's definitely not wrong. It's clearly not. It's not wrong, because here's the thing. Let's go take it back to the very beginning of this conversation. When you were outside and you looked out for people, who was it? Was it the white folks or was it the people who looked like you? Because I know who I was watching out for. I know who I was sitting here like, oh shit, they might be a problem, man.
That's why I said he's not wrong. I don't care what number you come up with and what statistic. I'm talking about. It's not wrong when it pertains to my life. It's accurate.
Not wrong when it pertains to
accurate. So I don't know, maybe I haven't traveled the world or the U.S. or anything like that, and I don't know how it is in Omaha and Utah, whatever the case may be. I know how that pertains to me. Where I'm from, blacks kill black.
That's where everybody is from. That's America.
Right, that's what I see. So I believe what I see. So yeah.
But this is the thing. People have been trained to not believe their own eyes.
I don't like it.
They want to sit there and talk about the white man doing all of this evil stuff, living in the neighborhood where y'all killing each other. Y'all are doing this.
And look, I don't like when he said it. I didn't like it, but it's true.
It's an unfortunate fact. It's not a pleasant fact.
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but I didn't like it coming from him.
I was going to say, see, that's another thing, though. We've also been conditioned to so that we can't hear him say it.
Yes.
We overlooked whether or not it's a fact to be like, nah, he shouldn't be saying this.
Here we
why
go,
not?
Jay. You again, we are cracking the code in real time. That's what it is, Jay. I ain't like it coming from him.
It's not even that. It's not even that the fact you don't like. It's that he shouldn't have said that.
He shouldn't have said that.
I don't like it.
But then you guess what? I'm a way more brilliant than the regular person. I sat and thought about it. It doesn't matter.
Like, damn, his whiteness don't make him wrong,
dog. His smirkness, it's not even a color. It was just his demeanor is he has a different type of demeanor, right? So he got that. Yeah. I don't like, I wouldn't like him. I don't give a fuck what he's saying. I just wouldn't like him. Not saying he was a bad guy. I don't know him. I'm just going off looks and how he speaks and what he seems like an asshole. Like he seems like, no, for real, not a bad dude. I'm an asshole. So like, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, condescending, very condescending. He's an asshole. So yeah, coming from him, no, it wasn't even really the color. It was just how, and he was real smart, razor sharp wit, and he just a guy, not a likable type of personality that should be saying shit like that. But that does not mean he's wrong. So you take all of that shit with a grain of salt. You say, hey, wait a minute, damn, he's fucking right. And that just, it's not a color thing, because Candace Owens has the same fucking attributes he has. She's an asshole. It's not what she says. It's who's it coming from? Black people don't like her. She's black. Just don't like her.
Yeah, but she's also been painted as, super sellout queen lady.
She could have. There's ways she could have finessed that. She could have put a weave in her head. She could have. That's not gonna go over well. That's not gonna go over well. Well, fuck it. I'm just keeping it a buck. Like she could have finessed that. You know, Jay, she could have been more appealing to a certain demographic. She could have did that. She didn't do that.
Yeah, but see, then that would have made her the sellout that they were calling her.
It would have made sense. There you go, Jay. Damn, we are cracking some fucking codes right now. We are cracking some fucking codes. So yeah, I get it. I get it, black folks. I get it. When you hear these things coming from a certain person and you're like, he's a fucking, but just to yell out and say he deserved to die, he was a racist. I don't even think he was a racist.
I don't think
I
he was
just
racist either.
think he said some shit. He said what he wanted to say.
He said shit that people don't like. What the fucking do?
Like the whole concept of racism in 2025 is just asinine.
Silly.
And here's my definition, because these definitions has changed over the years, Jay, and rightfully so. But right now, yeah, look, in 1900s, early 1900s, yeah, racism meant something different than what it means now. Trust me, right? So when I hear racism now, I just hear someone doesn't like you. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I don't care.
See that's the thing though, right? Is because that's all it is now. Maybe someone doesn't like you because of your skin color.
Who cares? Fuck?
Who gives a
shit?
Care. Like, it would be an issue if it was truly this systemic thing that y'all swear it is, but it's not.
It's not that.
It's
not that.
Back in the day. And then Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey and all these motherfuckers y'all claim to love so much died specifically so that it wouldn't be. And y'all said, y'all gave us opportunities, but fuck that. We want handouts.
That clip that I sent you of Charleston White saying that was, he nailed that shit. Nailed that shit down. And I don't know it verbatim. I don't even know if you saved that clip.
He said a premise of y'all today are who they thought you were back then, and them are what they deserve, the freedoms that you had, and you deserve the slavery that they had. 1,000% facts. 1,000%. He is absolutely accurate. Because not everybody, but most of y'all, a whole bunch of y'all, are the exact animals that they were saying that y'all were in the 60s.
Cooked with that.
1,000%.
That's the realest shit I've heard
ever.
I swear to God.
And y'all gonna hate the shit. And
man, that shit was so real.
So fucking
that dude,
real.
Man. that dude.
He even there's one of the I think you sent it to me. Whatever. There was a clip of him talking about how he used to be all proper as shit. He's like, but y'all didn't want that. Y'all wanted the ignorant me. So I'm this now. So y'all will listen. Because this is what it took for people to listen to him, for him to act like a fucking clown. Man. And that says so much more about y'all. You wouldn't listen to him, so he sagged his pants, started talking like an idiot, and put on fucking millions of dollars worth of diamonds and shit. Now you don't want to hear what he has to say. Money.
And now he doesn't want to go back.
He couldn't do it when he was conducting himself. He couldn't do it when he was... Y'all didn't care about that.
Dude, I know how y'all feel about him also. And I don't agree with everything he says, but
some of it should be wild, but a lot of it
is when
not. A lot of it
when he's spot on, he's lethal, man. Like you can't argue with him. You can't. Like that. When he said that, I was like, oh, hands down, he got it, bro. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
That's
how I feel. Like y'all wasting. And we said this, Jay. Like y'all wasting. It's like y'all wasting everything that people bled for. You're wasting it. You're wasting it. And by not holding yourself accountable.
And doing anything. Y'all still sitting here blaming the people. The people who were actually being held back fought against it. Now, you don't have that, but you're fighting tooth and nail to be oppressed. Y'all want to be oppressed so bad.
Racism. Like, what the fuck is that?
Insanity.
So I was in this little town we're talking about. And this little town has been, throughout the time I didn't grow up here. Someone grew up there. So this town has been known for racism, I guess. I don't know. And we're going in to sit this restaurant, and it's oh man, yeah, we shouldn't be in this part of the town because, these white folks be acting up, and I'm like, yeah, okay. So so as we're walking into, I just don't subscribe to that shit. So once we're walking, and lo and behold, this old white man. I'm walking towards the restaurant. Old white man holding the door for me, and I turn around and I say, right in front of the white man's face, I said, "See, this dude could hate my fucking guts, but it's a respect thing. I respect him. He respects me. I don't give a fuck what he thinks about me. It's core. Like we're being cordial. We're being at the laws of the universe, dog.
You don't gotta like
No,
everybody.
I would hold the door for him and his wife and his kids. They can hate my guts. I don't give a fuck. It don't matter, man.
But see, this is the thing, though, is that people don't get, and they sit there and act like, because, like, they'll say, well, they think less of us. Who cares? If they do, who cares? Like, people point to Jerry Jones, and that proves the wrong point, because the point that proves is maybe he don't like y'all, but he's still willing to give you millions of dollars.
Take it.
So therefore, what does his racism mean? He doesn't want to be your friend and invite you to Christmas dinner. Whoop-de-fucking do. Like, what do you want? You want a popularity award, or do you want the opportunity to succeed?
Motherfuckers be running around here, Jay. They want, to me, they want pats on the head and pats on the back and look here,
I don't think they even want that. I think they just want somebody to blame for their own fucking ignorance.
That too.
I think it's because it'd be the same motherfuckers who sit there and want to go into the club and murder somebody for bumping into them, even though they're in a dark, crowded room full of drunk people, and then act like the consequences to their actions is racism. See, they hate us. I wonder fucking why. Because you're volatile for absolutely no reason.
Yeah. I even sometimes I see us in crowds, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, was I, Jay? Were we like that?
I feel like I don't feel like I was to the degree that people are now.
I don't think so.
They don't went wow, but see, but still, this is the thing. Going back to the very beginning, you were sitting there in the hood, right? That's the only place I've ever been where I've thought that someone looking at me meant violence was going to happen. Like, there was people sit there. Why are you looking at me?
But you almost had to.
But that's it. But then you get out of it into the real world, into the normal world, and you realize, oh, this person's looking at me just because. And it's fine.
Eyeballs, man.
Yeah, he just happened to be glancing this way. But it's over there. You got to be like, I got to be careful where I look, because I don't want this dude to think I'm trying to fight him.
Smart.
So I make sure I'm not seen looking at nobody.
Fucking smart. You're smart. Come on now. But we say all that to say, look, me on this show, we don't celebrate deaths over here unless you're a pedophile or you truly deserve it. So we don't celebrate.
Yeah, you gotta be some weird child animal torturer, some weird shit. Like, you gotta be like a legitimate bad person.
It's like, damn, I really ain't even really disagree with the motherfucker. So it's like, oh, hey man, hate me if you want. I ain't really disagree. And I just spilled it out for you as honestly as I could, Jay. Like, I didn't really particularly like how he said these things, but he was right. What the fuck you want me to do?
And this is the thing, though, right? People will hear something that's a fact and get mad at the fact for being stated. You should be mad that it's true.
Yeah, that's why
this is the problem. The problem is that
when they say truth hurts, Jay, that's what they mean right there. It's not cliche, man. Because if it was a lie, who gives a fuck?
Nobody would care. If he was up there lying, nobody would care.
Once a lie gets disproven, it's like, this dude he up there just saying whatever. Nah. When that thing,
he up there telling the truth.
even if I seen someone have another chart with another numbers that just kind of not disproved what he said, but kind of like skewered what he was saying with the numbers, and it was just like, dog, he's not wrong. Maybe a number or two or whatever the case would be.
He might be right to a different degree,
okay, he's
but
not
he's
wrong.
And
then okay. Like we said before, throw away the numbers. If you living on Martin Luther King Drive, go outside. Go outside.
Who you worried
about?
Go
outside and wave $5,000 in your hand.
Who you worried about?
And then you'll see who's right and who's wrong, and what numbers are skewered, and all this other bullshit. I don't go by the numbers, man.
See, this be the thing, right? Is people will sit there and turn to these numbers and these statistics, completely ignoring what they've experienced in real life.
Facts. I don't get it. I don't get it.
For all these people sitting here running around talking about racism, how many of you have actually truly experienced it? Not some. It's assumed, because all this shit is assumed. I didn't get a job because I'm black. They didn't tell you that. They did not tell you that. You assumed it. Then the cop didn't pull you over and say, hey, I'm pulling you over because you're black. You're assuming that. How many of you have experienced real, true, I hate you because of the color of your skin racism?
And that it directly affected
that actually
your
affected
income,
you.
the way you take it. That's the part, right? Because a motherfucker call you a name and keep it moving. Oh my God.
Somebody calling you a name doesn't make them racist. It just means they want to offend you.
And which they succeeded. I'm talking about, me personally, I've seen and experienced racism, right? But I put myself in the position of experiencing racism. You know, I went to prison. Whoop-de-fucking-do, Young Thug. Whoop-de-doo. I know that shit was hilarious. But I went to prison, and I experienced and seen it with my own eyes. But at the same time, it's like, duh, I'm on.
Like, no fucking shit.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I'm in this shit cooking fucking countryside. Like, what, duh, motherfucker? Oh, you're the guard. I'm like, yeah. Look where we are, motherfucker. Like, what the fuck? Duh, man. I don't give a fuck. Like, yo, look. And listen, I'm a realist, Jay. I'm a realist. If the shoes were on the other foot, it's black-owned prison on Martin Luther King Drive, black-owned prison, and we running the show, and a bunch of people who don't look like us, and I'm gonna treat them differently too. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm a realist. Hey, look, it is what it is. I might do that. I might be like, hey, man, give this dude an extra meal, but him right there, he don't get an extra meal. Or this dude, whip his ass, but whip his ass, don't whip his ass. Like, yeah, duh. Stomp his face and not his face. Oh, yeah, duh. That's how shit works. Man, deal with it, man. Or get some power, accumulate some wealth and worth, and then you could treat people how you want to treat them. And then people can complain about you. Who gives a fuck, though? That's my point.
But do you like, for people, man, like, you have to be so small-minded to think that these people who are worth billions of dollars and control the world are like, yeah, we just want the white people to do good.
Come on, man.
Like, what are you talking about?
Man. Listen, man.
Just such a small-minded perspective. And again, the only people that I've ever met who truly operate off of this perspective are poor.
Yeah,
it's poor people. These are poor people perspectives. Poor people segregate
when
themselves.
When you get a couple dollars, shit change. And I said this to someone, and I said, listen, man, you went from being black to getting some, and when you get a couple dollars, you go from being black to being a consumer. You are no longer looked at. You are a dollar. Like, I don't give a fuck what color you are, dog. Buy my shit.
That's the thing. Once you get a certain, can you make more money?
It.
Can you help me get money? Do you have something to sell? Do you want to buy something? Like, this is, once you get past a certain point, it's down here. It's down here where y'all don't got nothing but, them Asians over there, the Mexicans over there, the black, like, this is y'all. This is small-minded, simple-minded, dumb shit. This is why prisons are like that, because y'all are fucking criminals and idiots, and y'all can't think of anything other than, he white, fuck him.
Let's stick together. Come on, now let's stick together, Jay.
Right, like, I don't want to do that out there. Not only that, if y'all was actually intelligent, then y'all would realize if y'all all came together that you could just leave fucking prison.
Really can. You really can. Like, if everyone,
it's too many of y'all.
Everyone's just like, yo, let's just get up and leave.
Yeah, let's go.
Now, hold on.
Some of y'all gonna die.
Let's
Yes.
let's get this straight.
Some of y'all will die. Absolutely. But most of y'all can leave.
90% of, no, 70, maybe 70% of us is going to make it out. 30, about a lot of you going to die, man.
A good bit of y'all gonna go. And that's unfortunate. But
we could get the fuck up out of here. What's up? Let's do it. And what you
exactly.
think?
Send the people. It's people in there on death row and got life sentences. Ain't never coming out anyway. Let them go.
Yeah,
let them
put them on the front line.
Die. Y'all gonna die here anyway. What do you care?
Put them on the front line.
Fuck do you care?
Yeah,
let us.
Yeah, take one for the team. Okay.
Exactly. But nobody's willing to do that.
And that goes.
Y'all too busy fighting amongst each other like fucking idiots.
So that goes back to the whole. I hate to bring it up, but no, I don't hate to bring it up. I actually enjoy it. It always goes back to the whole Kanye saying slavery was a choice. Yeah, prison's a choice too.
It's all choices. Everywhere that you are choosing to be, period. They're like, this is life. You might not like your other choice, but you still have a choice. There is unless you are literally chained up by all of your appendages to a wall or something, you have a choice.
And then there still is a choice. You seen Saw? Seen the movie Saw, Jay?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Your hands are chained. Your hands and your feet are chained.
You could do something. Rip the motherfucker out.
Bang your head against the wall or something. I don't know.
You got choices. There's always a fucking. You ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it.
It's a bad choice. Yeah, them choices suck, but you still got it. Like this is the thing. Like y'all, every single one they did when they brought the slaves over on the ship. Some of them said "fuck it" and jumped into the ocean because they had a choice.
They said, "I'm not doing this."
They had a choice, and they said, "Nah, we ain't doing this."
You see, you see your wife being raped in front of you. Come on, dog. What are you gonna do, dog?
You got a choice.
What are you gonna do? All right. So I know what I would do. I'm going out. I might not like the choice, but what you gonna do? I'm going out. So it's the same thing. Look, and that's why I said this on the show, on the broadcast. I said, listen, man, I'm not willing to pick up a rifle and go fight with these dudes. I look to the side of me over here. I look to the side of me over here. I don't like what I see, Jay. I don't like the soldiers we have. I'm going to sit this one out, Jay. So that's why we take certain things out of this show. We don't say certain things and we don't fight certain wars on this show because we look to the side. We don't like the soldiers, man.
But see, you can sit there and you can see it. You see how quickly whenever someone says something that they're not supposed to say, everybody just turns on them. Like even currently, we talked about Charlie Kirk. You know who's not accepting the current narrative? Yep. Candace Owens. You know who everyone is talking about now? Yep. Candace Owens. Yep. All them people, they were like her friends and shit before. She said something they don't like and they turned on her because they don't want to fight these battles.
It's some battles is just like, what are you going to do? Right.
And this, we talked about this before. This is why I think Jay Electronica be existing how he exists. Cause he knows, I think he knows certain things, but don't say certain things because he's like, y'all not going to fight these battles with me.
I know he knows. So yeah, I don't blame him. I wouldn't. Just look around, Jay. There's not enough wolves, man. Too many sheep. So it's like, do we help herd the sheep? Like a lot of these, a lot of the fake wolves who I call fake wolves, sheep who have become wolves. Sheep who have become wolves, when they see an opportunity, they're like, oh, well, if I just lead this part of the herd here, I can get a couple $. Or I'll lead this part of the herd over here with misinformation and stuff that I know they would like to hear, like white supremacy and racism and police brutality. Those are sheep. people who preach this type of shit to me, I look at them as sheep that have they found a dead wolf somewhere that went to war and they found his skin and they disguised themselves and they put the wolf's clothing on themselves and now they're running around pretending to the other sheep like a wolf. This is what you did. Police brutality. Instead of Instead of saying, man, because the stuff that we sell, people ain't buying, Jay. People ain't buying what we selling. If I tell you, man, listen, man, only a couple people died from police brutality last year, man. Let's. I didn't say it wasn't a problem. I said that's not the big problem.
But it's not what they're telling you
Right.
it is.
That's not the big problem, man.
It's never what they're
Never.
telling you it is. None of this
Never.
shit is. Like if you even look up I'm sure this will be a controversial thing, right? But there's a like a certain subsect of the population of women who believe that all men are rapists,
Yeah,
and they're constantly in danger of being sexually assaulted. If you look up the number of sexual assaults per year, it's like 400 and something thousand. Now, I'm not saying that's not bad, and I'm not saying these people aren't terrible. If you're a rapist, they should put down the rapist, just like the pedophiles and shit. Y'all should be murdered. Y'all should be executed. They're terrible people. Absolutely, it is absolutely an awful thing. However, that's barely anybody.
Yeah.
And they want you to think that you are constantly in danger of this from every single man that you meet. This is a lie. This is conditioning. This is brainwashing in the same way that they want black people to think that every cop who pulls them over might execute them just for the fuck of it. These are lies.
Yeah, it's lies.
They are overblowing their shit. It's the same exact. If you look up the number of abortions, it's like 600,000 a year.
But that's always a thing they bring up
regardless
during the election time.
But this is what I'm saying. Regardless of how anybody feels about abortion, that's barely anything. Why is this such a huge issue? If you look up the number of the fucking weird trans people, there's like 1 million of them. That's barely anybody. Why is this a huge thing? There's not only that, there's barely like 10% of the population. It's not even that many gay people. Why is this such a huge thing? Why are they making these things into such huge things? Because if you listen to them, if you listen to the news, you would think terrible shit is happening constantly. You would think that women are being raped by the minute and fucking black people are being executed by police by the dozens per day. Like, this is ridiculous.
Jay, there is horrible things happening by the second. And none of those things are those things. So we are being distracted from the horrible things that are happening.
The real legitimate
that are
problems.
happening right now. You are being assassinated right before your eyes. And you just don't know it because they're not telling you.
But they don't want, even when they do tell you, they tell you something else right away. They tell you all of this other shit. Like we go back, Charlie Kirk thing, assassinated. Next day, black people hung up in trees in Mississippi, HBCU things threatened, school shootings. Like, you think all of this is just happening just because, and they want you to sit there and think it's a response to this? No, it's not. It's all distractions from all of it.
I think those things happen periodically, randomly sometimes, and whether they choose to make it a big deal or not is up to them. That's what I think. Is not maybe yesterday there was a school shooting and no one reported.
They want you to focus on that one.
So it's all about what they want you to focus on. But what I see, things that there's trigger words, Jay, that I just don't see people being triggered by, but triggered in a different way. Like when you say stuff like, me, I think there should be a huge amount of outrage from people dying or seems to be people being sick and dying from a vaccine, or at the very least, a vaccine that didn't help. Let's just say,
why'd they make you get it?
Like, where are we? Like, no one's like, you can't. It's like almost taboo bringing that subject.
You're not allowed to talk about it.
Talk about it. Wouldn't you, like, Jay? Like, I'll bring up a scenario. Like, even let's say you did take the vaccine. Wouldn't you be like, hold on, wait a minute. Why the fuck wouldn't you publicly be like, let's say you're a celebrity and whatever the case may be, you're LeBron James who's an advocate for this. Wouldn't you be like, hold on, wait a minute. Why the fuck y'all made me take that shit? They ain't do nothing. Why wouldn't someone just say that? Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Can we rewind a bit? People lost their jobs and all
for not getting this.
Well, I got it, but I didn't need, like, hold on, can we rewind that back? Like, why did I take that? Like, there's not one person that's saying this. Just like, yo, why did I do that? I was wrong. I shouldn't have did that. It had no benefits at the very least. Now we can't prove whether it's, causing these diseases and people are dropping dead here and there, but people always been dropping dead. So you can't really kind of put it to that. But it does seem a little weird to me that no one that actually took the vaccine publicly came out and said, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Not one.
They're not allowed to.
Not one person.
But here's the real question though. Did LeBron James actually take the vaccine? Or did
That's
LeBron
the crazy
James
part. Who knows, man? I don't think
tell people
I
take the
don't
vaccine.
think he did. That's LeBron.
Did they make him take it? Did they make any of them people take it? Or did they just make them advocate for it?
Damn. Theater, man.
This is the thing. It's all a stage. It's all a performance. Everything that you see, you are supposed to see for a reason because they want you to feel a way about it. And this is the thing that's crazy to me. There will be these people who will come up there and point out what Trump is doing and think that they're clever because they're like, he's lying to you and he's just trying to distract you. No shit. You are not intelligent because you think of this. And people do it on the opposite side too, with their the right does this and the left no, both of them are doing it. Both of them. Both of them are lying to you. Both of them are distracting to you. It's all distractions. It's all bullshit. It's all lies. It's all fake.
All of it.
It's all misdirection.
All of it.
All of it.
So
everybody
don't advocate for any side over here.
None of it. And this be a thing that killed me. I say something, people are like, you're clearly on the right. No, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in any of this. Man, it's lies.
All lies, man.
And your worldview is so small that you cannot understand that I do not believe in this.
And it's crazy.
That's the problem. This is how indoctrinated you are.
We said this. Well, I mentioned this. I said something like, even if you did side with, I get confused which side is the left or the right. I don't know which the conservative or I forgot which side is which, right? I think which side is Trump? Conservative or which conservative, right? Is that the right?
Conservative, he's the right.
That's the right, right? So I even said this. I said, if we seem like we lean towards the right, it's because they read the room at the time better than the left. They used the truth. They used it, and they said, "Listen, what them other motherfuckers is doing, that's just stupid. We're not gonna go that route. We're gonna go the opposite.
We're not doing this weird shit." Exactly. And that's exactly what it is, because one side took a bunch of ridiculous ass stances and said, just agree with this and don't ask questions. So it's like, obviously we're against that because it's retarded. But it doesn't mean we're sitting here on the other side.
Because the other side used the logic as a weapon,
their lies are just smarter.
So and I noticed that. I was like, oh, they just read the room better. It's cool. It's good. It's good skill. Reading a room is a skill.
But see, this is the problem with people's blind allegiance to shit, right? Is that people can't sit there. I'll just briefly dive into the little political thing. Back in 2016, like, everyone hated Trump because Trump was not beholden to anybody. And the people who are blindly loyal to their Trump support and the right can't see that doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
That's over. Those days are over.
When he was him being a free agent and not controlled by outside parties is gone. Now, we're not going to say who these outside parties are, but if you want to take a guess and
Google it, man.
Google it. Go fucking.
We ain't making it up.
Jay Electronica put out 5 albums in like a day. So
we ain't making this shit up. Just Google it, man. You could blame that. You could blame the orange man all you want. He got it.
He's just following instructions,
man. Like, I'm not.
Whose instructions?
That's up to y'all. Y'all gotta dive a little deep. Could y'all dive deep? Like, dive a little deep, man. Just figure it out. It's plain as day.
It's not that one. See, here's the thing. Once you realize that everything is a lie, once you realize that everything that they're telling you is a lie, you could take this back and go throughout time, right? And just surmise that all of this shit is lies too. And what is a big lie that everyone's been told, that everyone's been consistent, and who's been a super villain in everyone's stories? And now that you think about everything is a lie, maybe they weren't the villain that they were made out to be.
I'm not gonna say it.
I'm just here. I'm just pontificating. All I know is Jay Electronica had a song called "Who Killed Michael Jackson," and they took that shit off Spotify.
It's crazy because I was gonna, Jay, you know I'm a nut. Yo, I was gonna do a song, and maybe I shouldn't say this because I might still do the song, and I want the song to actually come out. But I definitely was gonna do a song about Michael Jack, and you know I get creative with that shit. I was gonna do a song about Michael Jackson and about his murder because that's what it was. Oh, of course, someone went to jail for it. Conrad Murray, wherever the fuck he's at. Would love to talk to him. But yeah,
Okay.
he's probably dead somewhere. Prove me wrong. Where is he? He's fucking dead. Conrad Murray's floating in the fucking ocean somewhere with Obama's chefs. I should have said that.
Yeah. Nah, you said something about Obama chefs on a song, so
I don't look. I'm with Electronica, man. I'm with Elect, man. Like shit got to change. I'm gonna use my voice to do as much as I could, but like I said, I'm looking around. I don't like the landscape of the army. I look like I got look right now. I got my boy Jay. I just don't know who else. I don't trust me. I don't
see this is the thing, right? Right now we're up on the mountain saying, hey, or on top of the hill saying, hey, you could come up the hill this way. Now we could come down the hill and help you. But the problem is there's repercussions for doing that, and y'all not gonna have our backs when that shit happen. That's the fucking problem. So we just gotta sit here and yell and hope the ones who get it. Like some people understand, some people don't. Like we said before, the people who know, the people who don't know.
That's the thing, yo. You just don't know who gonna have your back.
It's gonna be very, very few people. See what happened to Kanye.
Oh yeah, he found out the hard way. And Michael Jackson, all these when Mike was talking his shit like right before he died, no one. We seeing all this shit. We seeing the after effects, and now people like, oh my god, maybe they killed Mike.
No shit,
man, no shit.
This is the thing, but it's hard to like. What do you say to people who still believe that Barack Obama wasn't alive?
If you like, I can't even talk to you if you fuck with that dude.
Like you think Obama's real?
Like, we can't even have a conversation if you think that dude is not a scumbag. And I'm not. And when look, they're all scumbags, but he don't exclude him.
But see, but they have like this separate category because they pitched y'all on him being the first black president.
That dude, black where, man?
He's not one of y'all.
Where, man? That dude
He's a different colored version of them. I'm not saying white people.
No.
I'm saying them.
I did my research on that cat a long time ago, bro. Man.
He's a different one of
them. Man. If grooming, if you look up grooming in a dictionary, his face should just pop up.
Him and Kamala.
Groomed. So glad that she didn't. Yeah.
Slants. Easy.
Groomed.
Come on.
And look, I ain't with Trump. Never was, never will be.
Nope.
But what his appeal was he appeared not to be groomed. He appeared not.
He probably wasn't, but now he's compromised.
It's over now. But at first, that was the scary part for people and the other people because he wasn't groomed.
That's why they wanted so hard to get rid of him. Groomed. And then they realized we can't.
They got to.
So, what's the next best option? Takeover.
That's that.
By who? Who knows? Do your research. Jay Electronica put out 5 albums.
Don't keep saying that. They just listen. People, There's a lot of skits on here. Like, yo, y'all dumb motherfuckers, man. Y'all so dumb.
Man, I saw that shit. I saw that. We're talking about it's barely an album, and they got a bunch of skits. It's like pay attention. Pay attention.
Listen, man. You don't think he could?
This is.
You don't think he could rap? Like, you don't think he could sit there and throw a bunch of raps at you? It's not his intention, man.
See, this is what I say. It's a reason that he has to put out his shit this way. It's a reason that Lupe don't talk in nothing but fucking metaphors.
We all do.
Like,
there's a reason we all do this. We're talking in metaphors right now. It's because
we got to, because y'all are fucking idiots and nobody wants to stand with anything. It's, again, everyone can get off the plantation if you all accept that some of you are going to die.
Yep.
But it's the people who are not willing to accept that who keep everyone else there.
Ooh. Ain't that some shit?
There are some people, we're going to get free or we are going to die, but it's not enough people who think that. So it just becomes, we're going to die. And no one's just willing to die for the fuck of it.
Who wants to be a martyr, right?
Because again, go back in time. Well, look what happened to Malcolm X. What, like, no disrespect to him, but what did he die for? Look at y'all. What did he die for? It pains me.
He's one of the greatest human beings that ever lived. It pains me that he died for nothing.
And y'all made his sacrifice for nothing.
He right now, oh man, if he come, he'd be pissed. He'd be fucking pissed. This dude would be pissed, dog. Jesus Christ. Jay,
I died for this.
Yo, what's up? For you to listen to LeBron James? Didn't I tell you? He said this shit. Jay, he said this. Yo, y'all look comedians and entertainers. We don't, since when? He said what the fuck? What you listening to them for? They were planted there for you to listen to them.
He said that. He told y'all to beware of the white liberal, and all of you dickheads. All of you dickheads are still sitting. The Republicans are racist. He told y'all to watch out for them folk. You know who's the most racist ones? The ones who are acting like they're your friends.
He said all these things.
He told you.
Motherfucker was like.
He told you, watch out for them people.
Scary accurate.
Because they are more deceptive.
Scary accurate.
They this is the thing that y'all don't get. All of y'all gay people, y'all trans people, you black minority, you guys are props to further their agenda. They don't give a fuck about you. You think DEI is not about giving you better opportunities? It's about being divisive and creating division and arguing points. This is what this is for.
Why would they want to help you?
They don't fucking care. Not only this, here's the thing. If white supremacy is real, why are they offering you DEI?
I was just about to say that, Jay.
If white supremacy is real, why has affirmative action been a thing? Either it's not real or affirmative action isn't good for you.
Pick one. Which one is it?
Either or.
Which one is it? Which one are you going to go with?
But nobody thinks it. Y'all don't think about this shit.
I don't.
Y'all don't. If Barack Obama's real, how is white supremacy? Or maybe Barack Obama's not real. Or maybe white supremacy's not real. Maybe it's both. Maybe they're both fucking fake.
And DEI too. DEA, whatever the fuck.
DEI. DEI is not for you.
DIE, motherfucker. That's what you said.
That's rearrange the letters. Come on. It's right there. Die.
Right, motherfucker. Yo, it's crazy. While I'm in this little town, this little sleepy town, Jay. I wish I could just say what I want to say. But this little sleepy town. I want to say shit kicking town, but that's just too mean. But it's a little sleepy town. I come across this black gentleman. Oh, God-fearing gentleman.
No.
Hallelujah. Master, one of them motherfuckers, man. I want to hurt him, right? And I hope no one sees this part of the show. Well, I don't give a fuck. I hope they don't see this part of the show. Man, this little ant of a man, black man, of course, I had to state that. It's an ant to me. Maybe he said this, Jay. It came out of his mouth. He mentioned white supremacy. He also mentioned, I'm just scared of what black folks are gonna do when they take away welfare. He said that. He said we've become too dependent on it. But what are we gonna do if they take it away? I looked at this. This is gonna get me in trouble, but I don't care. I looked at
Fuck
this
it.
ant of a man. I can't even say what I told him. I'm not gonna repeat it on the show, but it was aggressive. It was aggressive, and I'll button it up by saying I did not agree. I said to the effect of, I don't give a fuck. Black people, we don't welfare. You think that helped you? You think that
That was part of y'all
you
downfall.
think that helped you? That didn't help you. It hurt you. They would never give you anything that helped you.
If it helped
Why would they
you,
give it to you if it helped you?
if it was going to, and hold on. To be clear, they're not trying to not help you because you're black. They're not trying to help you because you're not
That's
one
it.
of them.
That's it.
The divide in this country is
That's
class. It is not race. If you look, everybody has their own oppressive narratives. For the black people, it's white supremacy. It's that you can't get ahead. It's that they're all criminals. The Mexicans, same things. They're immigrants. They're criminals. They're stealing jobs. And the white people, they just want to hate them fucking selves and to cut off their dicks. They convinced the white people to hate themselves and become women. They convinced the black people not to try. They convinced all of you motherfuckers, just in different ways.
They.
It's they. This is all we can say is they.
It's always gonna be they.
There was always some dickhead who says, you always say they. Who is they? Now, and the premise of this is if you can't define who they is, that doesn't exist. That's ridiculous. That is, if someone shoots up a school, you don't know who did it. Does that mean the school wasn't shot the fuck up? If there is a string of car thefts and they don't know who's stealing the cars, does that mean the cars aren't stolen? No, but you can recognize basic fucking patterns. Hey, there were a bunch of cars that were here that are no longer here and the owners don't know where they are. Someone stole them motherfucking cars. Now, maybe you can't identify the car thief. That's fine, but they're still a car thief.
They. It's still a they.
They. There's a they. There's always a they,
man.
Now, do I have an idea of who they is? Yes,
I do. we have an idea.
We do have an
We're
idea
not the
who
only
they
ones.
is. And because y'all motherfuckers are not willing to do what it takes to get off the plantation, we're not going to say who we think they is.
Can't do it. Well, I don't want to say can't do it. We won't.
Won't.
Because we could do whatever the fuck we want to do, but
this is the thing. And yeah, currently we're probably not even big enough at this point that it would even fucking matter. But we will be. And people will go back and comb through these audios. And exactly like we said a few minutes ago, what did Malcolm X die for when you look at today?
What he died for? I don't. What he died for? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it, Jay. I don't see it. And not just him, lots of folks died, white and black, trying to do the right thing.
And for what? To get y'all freedom, and what'd you do? Squandered it. Did fucking drugs and wear ski masks in the middle of the summer outside like a dickhead.
It's crazy. The crazy part is these people we're talking about, they were brutally hated at some point. All of them. I don't care
for speaking the truth.
JFK to Malcolm X to, dare I say, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to. I'm not making any comparisons. But Charlie Kirk said what he wanted to say, and he got killed. You
Man,
can compare. You can compare it.
fuck that. I'm making the comparison.
Yeah.
He said what the fuck he said. He said what needed to be said, and they got killed for it, just like all the rest of them did. You know what's interesting? Speaking of Malcolm X, nowadays if people heard him speak, he would be one of the people who talks white.
Of course. Oh yeah. Of course. Of course. He would. Yeah. He'd be hated again, all over again. He'd be hated all over again
by the people he was trying to help. Keep this in mind here. The people that y'all prop up. I'm not even meaning to keep circling back to you motherfuckers, but the people that you prop up hate y'all. This is why they sell you what they sell you.
Facts.
I think LeBron James gives a fuck about you.
These are the people I despise the most.
You think Kanye is a sellout, but Kanye loves you the most.
Right. Try.
Kanye blew up his whole life to help you.
And he's alone. He's just he's on that hill by himself. I mean, he's not the perfect messenger. I don't know who the fuck is. I'm not even.
But his heart is in the right place.
To be. I don't even want to call him a messenger. It's just he. Like I said, he's experienced some. He's one of those people. He's not a messenger. Malcolm X was more of a messenger. Kanye seen some shit, and he was like, "Hold on, wait a minute." So at the very least, very least, you should listen to someone who has experienced some shit. At the very least.
He has been in the room that all of you want to get into, but you don't think that he knows what's happening in the room because it's not what you've decided it was from outside of the room.
Come on now. It's at least worth a listen. Like, let me listen to what this. He's been there. He's spoken to people. He's been around the elites of the elite, right? He's been in these rooms. He's overheard things that would screw your fucking mind into shambles. But we choose not to even
reject it. Now, I'm going to say a thing, which I don't really know anything about. This is just thoughts that pop into my head. But earlier you talked about how Jay-Z won the war with Nas.
Maybe winning the war. The war's not over, but you know what I mean.
But here's the thing. So Nas and Jay-Z took very, very different trajectories. Nas used to be a lot more pro-black shit than Jay-Z did.
Yes.
But as he grew, Nas's message changed.
It did.
And it became more about accountability.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Jay-Z kind of leaned more into his pro-black activist man.
Mm-hmm.
And I find it interesting that Kanye and Jay-Z have been in the same rooms.
They have.
But Kanye's message and Jay-Z's message are very different. Now, I don't know Jay-Z and I don't know Kanye West. I don't know LeBron. But Jay-Z and LeBron's messages seem to align more than Jay-Z and Kanye's message. And that's just interesting to me. Do with that what you will.
I think
just an observation.
Jay is playing chess. He's playing chess, man.
I think Jay-Z is playing a different game. I think that if Jay-Z wasn't playing that game, he wouldn't be so close to Jay Electronica, who I think played the game at the highest level. The highest.
You can't get
level.
No higher though. How he?
And I really, really, really hope that one day Jay Electronica will get up on some platform or something and tell his story.
What a story. What a story. What a story would that be.
But I bring up all of these things to say that people point to Jay-Z as the opposite of what Kanye is pitching, right? Well, Jay-Z still says this, Jay-Z still saying these things. I think Jay-Z is giving you a message, but playing a different game.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very careful, right? He's everything Kanye is not. He's very careful.
Yes,
he's very careful. But he knows the shit. You said they've been in both rooms. They both been in them rooms. He knows.
But this is what I'm saying though. When people point to Jay-Z as their point of this is how things are, I think you should view Jay-Z's message differently than what Jay-Z is saying specifically,
you
and
better.
understand that he's doing different things.
You better. I do. Yeah, like hell no. Yeah, no. He's meticulous. He's strategic. He has tact. Everything Kanye does not have, Jay has it. I believe that he cannot say. Well, we both know he can't say, and he cannot. He wouldn't even be him if he was able to say what he would say, what he could say. He wouldn't be sniffing anywhere near. So maybe Jay Electronica is the conduit, the messenger for.
That's what I'm saying. I think the presence of Jay Electronica says everything about where Jay-Z truly stands. This is I don't know these people. I'm pontificating. But I just encourage people again, because people will sit there and say this thing. What you're saying is a lie because Jay-Z said this. Dig a little deeper.
Is he really saying that?
Is he
really saying that? I mean, of course, he has to say that. But is he really saying that?
Truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense. I did 5 mil. I ain't been rhyming like common sense.
He told you.
I can't help the poor if I'm one of them.
I told you that he's talking to you. Trying to tell you, man. But we're speculating. This is speculative.
I don't know them people. I ain't never spoken to them people.
I don't really know them either. I mean, I've come across them a couple times. I don't know their intimate plans. I don't know. But if you listen to Yoda and me often, you would detect that we're rarely ever, if ever, wrong.
I can't say no. We've been on here calling shit before it happened for a minute.
It just is what it is. You see what you see, and that's it. And that's that.
I recall second episode, you said Trump and Musk wasn't gonna fuck with each other. What happened?
Smelled it out.
What happened? We also said RFK was not what he seemed, probably.
Come on now. I mean, the scoreboard is. I don't know, man. It's just reading the room, man. Just basing off how we lived life and observing these things. Observation is a key, man. You observe things, you've been through shit, and you apply it.
It's a high level life skill.
You apply it to what you see. That's it. Like, oh, that don't look right. Oh, that ain't, that ain't. You could smell the room, you could read it, you could feel it. Like, oh, no, that ain't that. That's not that. And that's why we created this broadcast, this show. Like, yo, come on, man. Read between the lines, yo.
And to say, for the purpose still of all of this, we got into a bit of different subject matter, but still, all of this is distractions from you doing what it is that you need to do to become the best version of you, because at the end of the day, that's the only motherfucking thing that matters, period. So you have no business having opinions about any of these things. If you were not in shape and making money, if you were not able to take care of your people, then don't worry about all the rest of this shit, because you know what? It doesn't actually affect you. Y'all can sit here and debate all that you want about the wars in the Middle East, but you don't live in the motherfucking Middle East, and your debates don't mean a goddamn thing. You live here. You live where you live, so you need to do what it is that you need to do and stop worrying about all the rest of this shit.
It goes by that.
Yeah. You're supposed to focus on it so you don't focus on you. That's the point of this. Why else would they tell you this shit? If you work at McDonald's, does the higher up corporate people tell you all of the decisions that they're making every single day? No, because they want you to focus on doing your cashier work. But you take that out, you extrapolate that out into the country that we live in. Why do they tell you this shit? Because they don't want you to focus on doing what it is that you were supposed to do, because you can't affect it. People protested the wars, and the wars are still going on. They clearly don't give a fuck what it is that you think. So why are you sitting there wasting your time coming up with all of this shit? What you need to do, go to the gym, make some money, take care of your people, and stop letting them make sure they are not indoctrinated by all of this other bullshit going on, thinking all of this stupid shit, taking experimental poisons because the TV told them to.
That's the whole point. That's the point of the distraction. for you not to become the best version of yourself, because the best version of yourself wouldn't put up for the shit that you're putting up with now. So what do? You turn you into the worst version of yourself. So now you're easily manipulated, easily maneuvered to whatever position I want you in. It's chess, not checkers, man. So me and Jay, we always tell you every show, it seems like, be the best version of yourself. That's the only way you can be able to compete.
It's the only thing that matters. And everyone see now we have everyone up on the internet up in arms swearing that they want the Epstein list. But the problem is, you know why y'all not going to get it? Because the left is blaming the right and the right is blaming the left. Y'all are blaming the wrong fucking people for not having the shit. Y'all fighting each other still like idiots.
How do you even, like, it just goes back to a thought, or I've seen it somewhere, someone saying, listen, no empire or construct or the thought of an empire ever was changed without extreme violence. Somebody got to go, dog. Like,
but here, see, this is the thing. And we said this before, because this is not advocating for physical violence, right? There are acts of violence that are not actual assault and murder and bloodshed, right? If every single person in the country decided that they weren't going to pay taxes, that's an act of violence, and that would cause change. If every single person in the country decided that they were going to come together and vote for a completely off-ballot person and actually pick the president, that's an act of violence. If everybody decided we don't do college anymore, we're doing off on the job training, that's an act of violence. But the reason that this won't happen is because they split y'all in half and made y'all fight each other. If you think about a boxing fight, right? Who was it? Canelo fought
Crawford.
Terrence Crawford. They just fought, right? And people are sitting there looking at them fighting each other. But even still, each of them has their own training camps. Yes. Each of them has their own fans. Yes. And they're sitting there cheering on each other. But nobody takes the time to think about somebody organized this fight. And this is right now what it is that people are. One of y'all is Terrence, one of y'all is Canelo, and y'all fighting each other, paying no attention to the fact that someone organized this and put y'all in the ring. Focus on the organizer, not the fucking fighters.
Focus.
And then some shit could happen.
Well, you know, they did this back in ancient times, ancient philosophy times, and great Greek philosophers, whether that shit happened or not. But they did this. They had people in the arena, right? And they would fight to the death and fight tigers and shit like that. Why'd they do that, Jay? They did that. People were starving. Well, how do you distract them? You take this.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Hey, I'm not hungry anymore.
Exactly.
Fucking
the organizers of the events.
There you have it, man. And like I say, extreme acts of violence. I don't mean Jay pinpointed it accurately. Extreme violence is, you know what? I'm not going to bounce this basketball for you anymore. I'm going to go create my own shit. I'm going to take all my buddies. I'm going to take all my friends and go do my own shit. That's violence.
And you know what? And you see, this is again proving our point, because you know who did that? Ice Cube. You know who had Ice Cubes back when he did that? Nobody.
Right. And
y'all still sitting there in the same exact league.
Let's not be naive either, because if this was to happen, any of that stuff you just said, let's do our own, then there would be real violence. They're not just going to let you do that, and that's when you'll see who's who. Here, I think we just cracked the code, Jay. You want to know who they is?
Stop doing what they tell you.
They'll come right out. They'll come right out. They'll come right out. They will come right out, and then the war begins. Then the war begins. Stop doing what they tell you to do. That's how you find out who they is.
But see, again, this is the thing. This is what we said, Charlie exposed all of none of y'all really stand for shit. Not for real. Not when it really comes down to it. None of y'all go do a motherfucking thing. Because at the end of the day, you just want what's easiest. It sounds cool to talk online about how you want all of these things and how all of these things need to happen. These people are the enemies, but y'all can't come together because some of you are going to lose. And nobody's willing to do that for the cause. You just want to sit there and tweet about it and act like you're doing a thing and hope that magically some shit happens.
Look, this shit is about wolves and sheep. That's all it's about. And
most of y'all are sheep.
And that's just the reality.
And that's
just
life.
The reality of it. And then there's wolves that's conflicted. I'm one.
But there again, even with most of y'all being sheep, it's power in sheep. If there's a whole bunch of y'all, if there's 10 wolves and 1,000 sheep, the sheep are going to win. Now, some of them sheep will die, but the sheep can't win. But the sheep aren't willing to win because none of the sheep are willing to die.
There you have it. And that's what I say. There's wolves. There's conflicted wolves. It's like, yo, let's take the sheep and but we could use some of these sheep to further ourselves. And they have conflicted wolves. Like,
we can tell the sheep how they can be free, or we could tell them about police brutality.
Yeah, there you have it. You see where we're going with this? Because at the end of the day, if I feed on sheep and I tell the sheep how to get away, I starve.
You don't got nothing to eat.
So not, and when I say I, not personally me, you know what I mean? Like
there are some.
No,
what?
my bad. Go ahead.
I said there are some wolves who got free because they found a way out. There are some wolves who got free because they sacrificed the sheep to do so.
There you go. There you go.
And continue
there
to.
You go. Two different type of sheep. I mean wolves. All sheep are the same, but those are two different type of wolves. One who sacrificed the sheep to get ahead. And sometimes a wolf is just a fucking wolf. Right?
There's wolves in sheep's clothing and wolves in wolves' clothing.
Right? And there you have it. So whether you're a black sheep or a white sheep or a Mexican sheep, a Chinese sheep, motherfucker, you still a sheep. And you're being led to slaughter. Because that's what sheep are there for.
By the people that you believe are setting you free.
Those are the sheep. Jay pointed it out clearly. The sheep that cleared themselves of the herd and put on the wolf coat and said, "Hey, I could fool these 100,000 sheep and make some money while I'm doing it." And then guess what? The real wolves, they'll see that and they'll prop me up higher and say, "Hey, fake wolf, you want a job? Here's 100 more $1 million. Sell them out a little bit more. Sell them this, matter of fact. Tell them this. They'll listen to you.
Because
they're not going to listen to me. But they'll listen to you. They know I'm a wolf. You're a fake. You're a sheep wearing my clothing. They relate to you. They see you as them. Sell this to them. Diabetes, yeah. Whatever the case may be, just sell it to them. Alcoholism, whatever, just sell it to them.
Drugs.
Sell it to them. Tequila, whatever. Just sell it.
They need $8,000 sneakers, don't they?
Put that on layaway, or at least that outfit, the Chrome Heart outfit, or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, sell them that. But you better not sell them no freedom. You better not do that. Because then you know what happens.
Don't sell them no free thought, no common sense.
Don't do that.
No accountability.
Guess what happens to those? They get slaughtered too. For everyone to see though, Jay. They make sure that sheep wolf gets slaughtered for everyone to see by either brutal incarceration, or whatever the case may be, or they just fucking
actual
slaughter. If none of that stuff works, just get rid of them. And if you can't read between the lines and hear what we saying, then I don't know what the fuck else to tell you.
That you aren't meant to be
And
free.
that's that. Stay a sheep, man. Stay a sheep. But at the end of the day, at the least you can do, don't be a fat, sloppy, ignorant, idiot sheep. Don't do that. What's the use in that?
Go to the fucking gym. Be a buff ass
at
sheep.
least. At least put on, at least look like a fucking wolf. God damn. At least look like a wolf. Because then maybe we could use you. Prop you up. We could prop you up to scare one of the, we could prop him up like, he looks like a, he look.
Scare the regular
Right.
sheep.
He looks like he looks like a wolf. We could prop you up. At least look like one. At least conduct yourself as one.
And then again, maybe you'll inspire some of the other sheep to do the exact same thing. And then you could become a sheep army and come and join the wolves who are trying to help you.
Ain't that some shit? We
and then actually
we just wrote a movie right there.
Come on.
Wrote a movie right there.
We need a name.
The Sheep in Wolves Clothing.
I don't know for a fact we haven't named an episode that.
I got one. The book I'm into. It's called The Human Animal. I'd like to name this podcast The Human Animal.
I like it.
Ties in with the sheep and wolf. What we've been talking about.
Come on.
I don't know. And I've been reading the book, so you know, I like philosophy. I also finished. Well, I'm like 90% finished of 1994 or 1984. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been kind of backed up on reading. So I've gotten back to read.
See, you most of the way through that and see that that's the world now.
It's crazy. That was written in 49,
like
49, I believe, 1949, something like that. It's crazy, man. It's just, it can't be wrong. Like it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It's like, did they see it, or was it did they seen it coming? What was it? George Orwell, I believe, wrote that. Yeah, man. Great book. I'll probably finish it up this week. But yeah, I appreciate you for putting me on to that book, Jay. You are, of course, the magnificent Yoda floating across galaxies, spitting on pores. That's what the fuck you are. You are, but it's magical saliva, so they should fucking, they should fucking rain. It's rain. No, it's Yoda fucking.
They reject it because they want to stay poor like fucking idiots. All of you could do better. And they say, no, fuck you. No, we can't.
I hate that. I hate
insane. You can lose weight. No, my genetics are bad. You can make money. No, I'm black.
White supremacy, goddammit. It's the whites holding me back. It's the whites, damn it.
My brain chemicals mean I'll never be happy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
I don't know.
So determined to be losers. So fucking determined. At some point, we're going to say, fuck it. Be losers then.
Yeah, you know what, Jay?
And then
I'd like to point out too, Jay, this I've seen that you've lost a little bit of body fat. You're looking leaner and stronger. Just like to point that out. I don't know if you've been doing anything differently, but you look a little bit more defined, a little bit more I think the facial structure looks like you lost a good 5 pounds of.
Also cut my beard off.
Maybe that too. But no, you could tell that you've leaned out a little bit. I don't know if you changed up your workout or diet, but I could see it.
Just go a little bit harder. I appreciate it.
I see the differences. Yeah. Just.
Hey, speaking of, hold on. You've been posting this gym shit, sitting there, super jacked.
I'm on one.
And you are older, and it's people half your age sitting there swearing they can't do
that's
a fucking
crazy. Yeah,
thing.
You know what, Jay? I'm glad you brought that up because that's the example I want to set. Yeah, I'm 47 years old, but man, listen, I go extremely fucking hard, man. Yeah, extremely hard.
Because it's what you do and how it is that you eat. You still sitting there almost 50 years old, bicep veins popping and shit. And it's all these little fucking 25-year-olds, fat as shit, talk about I can't do anything because of my thyroid. No, you're a
Disheartening,
bitch.
man.
Sad. Wasting your
I've
fucking
had people
lives.
here like, and you hear these things, it's like, oh, this doesn't taste good. And then this is like, I
Who
don't care,
cares?
man.
Does being fat feel good? Who gives a
Right,
fuck
like,
how it
I
tastes?
feel good. Like, you gotta feel. Don't you like feeling good? You understand what I'm saying?
Don't you like looking
Yeah,
good?
like, come on, man.
You're a fleeting little, ooh, this tastes good. This what, you fucking
Yeah. And you
5?
know what?
You a
I'll say
child?
this now, and I know, we are winding down, but this is a good little subject to end it off with. Um, I've always been playing with it, because, you're not out of shape and you're not all the way in shape. You're you're better than most. And most people would get by or try to get by with being better than most instead of getting it to the next level, right? And I decided not too long ago to be like, let me stop playing with it. Um, Even with the whole lifestyle, Jay, just I wasn't drinking. But I'll still take a drink here and there. And like, I know I'm poisoning myself, but just because I know what I'm doing doesn't mean I get to get away with it, right? So I said, you know what? Fuck that. I don't want nothing. I don't want to play with it. So these last
All in.
couple for a good couple months, it's been straight clean, straight workout, straight rapping, straight writing, straight reading. Um, and it's showing up. It's showing up. Everything's starting to, and it and of course that doesn't change the outside noises and outside stuff that goes on in your life that um I don't want to say they're distractions because but they do kind of distract you from what you're doing, and because people will be like, well, I got real life things going on. Yeah, everyone does.
We all do.
Everyone does, and that's what makes it fucking more enjoyable when you accomplish something. Because yo, if that shit don't hurt, Jay, if it don't hurt, there ain't no growth spurt. It got like
Facts.
you. What name one thing that's come to you that is worth anything that's easy that came. Well, I can't name one thing. When you
Because none of
when you
it
give
is.
birth, it's fucking one of the most painful things on the universe for a woman to give birth. But look what happens when they're finished giving birth, Jay.
Everything worth having requires a difficult process. Even if it's some simple shit. If you want to be a well-dressed motherfucker, you know how many years you're going to spend looking like an idiot before you finally
Yep.
figure out your style? Like
Yep.
it's
Everything.
all of it,
Everything.
all of it, all of it, all of it takes
Everything.
work. Every single one, every single step. And when you finally get your outfit and your shit right, then all of a sudden you're gonna feel so much better about it because of all the work that you put into figuring it out. When you even just simple shit, when you figure out what fucking haircut works, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Everything.
It don't gotta be something complicated. But when you finally get in shape, then all of the soreness and shit is gonna be worth it. When you finally get the abs and all of the times denying yourself of being hungry is gonna be worth it. When you, like you said, give birth, when you finally make the money, all of the late
Everything.
nights and early mornings and being tired, all of that shit will be worth it. But only if you work for it, only if you grind, only if you put in the fucking reps. Like everybody just wants some shit. You just want the easy shit. You know it comes easy being fat. You know it's easy being poor. You know it's easy being depressed. And all that shit sucks. Everything easy to get sucks to have.
Everything. There's nothing you can name on this planet Earth.
Even for the dudes, now I don't condone this, but if you're one of the men who wants to go around and just taste a bunch and hook up with a bunch of random women, if you could just walk up to any random woman and be like, hey, let's do it, you'd be bored as fuck. That'd be boring.
That takes work.
Because it took you no effort. That's
That takes
boring.
work. Everything.
And you'll get tired
Think
of
of
it.
it.
Now, I don't think you should do that, but if you do that, it's still
Think
the
of it like
effort.
this, Jay. Let's say you're in a position where it does come easy. Is that a good thing? Do you want easy women?
Never.
All right.
See, that's
It came
That's
easy.
the thing,
It
and
came
that's the
easy
problem.
though. But was it worth it?
Everything that is easy to get sucks to have.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? No.
Never will be.
Oh, that
And even if shit, it might be enjoyable
Yeah.
for a few minutes, but you will get tired of it.
Yeah, she was easy, and now we're married. Been married for 40 years. When that happened? She's a great mother. She's
3
a great
kids.
mother. She was a fucking filthy whore. Now she's a great mother. Yeah.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this shit works.
And even on the other side, with the woman, you being a filthy whore, you think that's easy. That's not easy. It's nothing. If it's easy,
it's not worth
we could
it.
even. You want to get spiritual? You want to get spiritual? I know what you would. You've said it many a times. You've had this, and to me, is one of the greatest quotes when you said, if it's easy, you kind of couple that in with it being evil, bad, and devilish. If it's hard, it's God given.
God. You think, yeah, if we want to be spiritual, you think it's easy to get to heaven? What fucking sense does that make? You know where it's easy to get hell? You know where it feels good to go? Hell.
All you religious folks out there.
Until you get there. And then you wind up, oh, fuck, this is not where I wanted to be. It's the sacrifice and the pain and the struggle that makes things worthwhile.
Think of it like this. Being fat is in hell. But it was easy to get there. It sucks.
It was enjoyable to get there. Until you wound up there. Then everything changed.
And guess what? To get out of hell is hard.
Struggle. Hard work.
What's at the end of that?
Sacrifice.
What's at the end?
Heaven. The good shit. You get the good feeling. The long-term one. The cheeseburger is the good feeling in the moment, but it's short and fleeting. But the abs and the health is the good feeling in the long run, and it lasts.
Simple.
Come on. This is... If you look at a big ass rock, right? It's easy to just leave it like that, and then it's just a big ass rock. It's unsightly, but you chisel it out, take a lot of work, take a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but then you get a nice ass statue.
Everything.
This isn't everywhere. The patterns repeat all throughout the universe. Everything that's easy is nothing.
Yeah, the universe tells no fucking lies. Never, not one time, not
Ever.
one time. And when you question yourself, a lot of people question themselves, and say, "Why me?" Never say, "Why you?"
Why not you?
There you go. Come on now. Why do I have to go through this? Because on the other end is the better you. That's why. Because
this is you at the other end of that is everything that you want to be, right? You can't be loved if you're not hated. This is life.
Facts. That's facts.
Some people love me, some people love you, and people hate us both because of it.
Yeah, there you have it, man. It's real shit, man. Wow. Real shit, man. God damn it. Every time, Jay. Every fucking time, man. It never fails, man.
You know how we know shit and can say shit? Because we have been through difficult shit. If you've not been through difficult shit, then you have nothing worthwhile or interesting to say. You can't even properly, we talk all the time about being able to observe. You can't even properly observe life if you haven't had a difficult one. Because you don't fucking know.
Look, Jay, if let's say all the difficulties you've had in life, let's say I asked you and had the power to strip them away from you. Question one, would you take that deal? I already know the answer. And question two, if you were to take that deal, who do you think you would be?
Absolutely not. I would not take that deal because of the answer to question two, which would make me a bitch who's never experienced anything difficult. Like all of these other soft mothers. This is the thing when people sit there and have these things, right? Like, I'm depressed, I'm sad. Okay, so you think your feelings are a problem because you've never had any real problems. If you had legitimate problems, you would understand that being sad isn't shit. if your past was really as difficult as you said it was, then thinking about it would not be that difficult. Why are you sitting here struggling from or suffering from trauma? Because you don't have any real fucking problems. If you did, then you wouldn't have the time to sit there and be sad about sad memories.
Look, man, look, this shit is like, if you look at trauma, look, I hate that word too, but I use
Same.
You look at trauma. I look at it like it's a virus, right? And the more you come in contact with the virus, right, the more you become what?
Ooh, immune to it. Come
Come
on.
on now. Come on. So give me my virus, man. Give me my trauma. Give me my trauma.
See this? There you go. Pain tolerance is built through pain exposure. If nothing ever hurts you, then everything will hurt you.
God, we cook it, man. Cook it.
Come on.
Fuck, man. Game within the game, man. We are fucking. We're great, man. I want to tell you that. I want to tell you that. Jason Lamar, you are one of the great minds of today, in my opinion. In my opinion, means a lot, especially to me. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. Don't nobody else live in this world, man.
Facts.
Look,
they fuck with y'all think. This is what I think now.
Yo,
I'm here
it's
for
crazy. I stood like before I sat down. My wife's like, "What are you gonna wear?" I'm like, "This." I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what people. I don't give a fuck what you think about me or what people look at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm me, and what I say goes, man. That's how I think. So if I say, yo, this man right here, he on another level when it comes to thinking, when it comes to observing, discernment, and dissecting, and then articulating what's being dissected. It's on another. You're on another level, and that's coming from somebody who. I believe I'm fucking one of the brilliant minds of all time. I'm just going to say that, man. I'm not going to look. I'm not.
As you fucking should. As you motherfucking
should.
should.
That's how I think, man. So look, man, Jason Lamar, I'm giving you. Hey, I was about to say some corny shit like I'm giving you flowers.
I'm giving you flowers.
Let's end that. Let's end that.
I be hating that saying this shit. But you know what? The only reason that's a thing is because people have made it into this thing where you can't fucking compliment people or some shit. Like you're weak because nobody wants to give anybody else fucking credit. Like it's weird.
Exactly. That's what it came from.
Like after we see, like I like people like we see like Tyler the Creator who just like openly love fucking people. He's like Pharrell's the fucking greatest. I love clips. Like that's amazing.
No disclaimer.
This is what people should be able to do.
No disclaimer. He just says it. Right.
Yeah.
I have people come in my DM and say, "Yo, no dick riding, but." Or kill the disclaimers, man.
Like, just say some shit. Like, I could, like, you don't gotta sit here and preface the shit. Like, think you the greatest rapper out right now. I don't need to preface the shit. Bars.
That's it.
Compliment a motherfucker. Say some shit. Speaking of, you have a song called Trigger Warnings or Trigger Words, and I need that to exist somewhere that I could purchase it because I fucking love that shit.
It ain't... So what, Jay? Look, a lot of people gonna be like, "What? He has a what?" So yeah, that song.
This song, I love that fucking song.
Had to come out. Yeah, I needed to come out too. I just needed to come out. It's called. You know what? I haven't really named it yet. That's just the name I sent you the track, and that's just a name I named it.
I like the fucking name. I love that
Trigger
fucking
words,
song.
and it's man, what a fucking. A lot of people here be like, they like that song. They're like, yo, this is crazy, dog. This is crazy. And I'm like, yeah. A lot of people not gonna like it. And here's the thing, Jay. I hold back. I hold back. I don't even. Yeah, I. Oh my God! You can imagine the ideas I had in my mind and the things I wanted to say. But I had to make it palatable to the you know, like man. I had to pull back a little bit. I had to pull back.
Nah, I understand. I do. Obviously I'm not a fucking rapper, but I want to say this, but I'm like,
Yeah,
I can't
it's
fucking
not gonna.
stand this.
It's you know what? It's a thin line. You know, it's a thin line between just being outrageous to be outrageous, or to say some crazy shit, or just to be to. And then we talked about Jay and how he says things and is palatable, and maybe he's not really saying. So I try to make my shit palatable to where it's like I don't agree, but it's just still hot. Not to where it's like, oh,
Yeah, because that's the thing is you got the line between even if I don't agree with what you're saying, it's still
yeah,
bars.
yeah. So I try to straddle that line where it's like, yeah, I'm not go all the way Kanye on this. I'm not gonna go all the way Kanye.
Man, this is one day,
One
man.
day,
One
one
fucking
day
day.
though.
One day we will come on this shit because we was having a conversation like a week or two ago that I don't even think we could have on the fucking
Yeah.
podcast here because people go sit there and chirp about
Yep,
it. So like, but man,
listen, if y'all can hear the conversations that we don't, it'll be great, right? I mean, we had to make you pay for that. Yeah, we had to make you pay.
Yeah,
for that.
we can do that because we got some shit. Like, I be having shit that I just want to say, just want to get off. It's like I just be pontificating this shit, but it's like the shit that people will sit there and hold you to, like you can't even think about something, or they're gonna be like, he said this.
Yes, and
Because even the shit before, like I hate that I had to like we talked about the sexual assault number. Like I hate that I have to preface it to that fucking degree so that no one's sitting there like he condones this.
You need disclaimers. Like you need this. I hate that shit. Like
why y'all so fucking soft? Why do we have why? Why are y'all so fucking
If you're a
pussy?
normal thinking person, you know what I'm trying to like. You know what I'm saying? You know that I don't mean that means that. Like, come on.
Like no one is saying this is cool. Like why can't we just float ideas and explore them? I saw it's a clip. This dude named Alex Hormozy where he's sitting here talking about trauma is contextual and perception based, and he used the example of back in the day. A 14-year-old, like 100 years ago, whatever, 14-year-old girl sleeping with a 40-year-old man wasn't trauma. But now today it is. And the reason that it's considered that today is because of how you view it. So you can just view it differently. And people were like, oh, he needs to be on special list. Check his hard drive. It's like he's making a point. You don't have to agree with the concept of it to understand the point that he's making. He's not sitting here saying this is okay. He's sitting there talking about how it is that you perceive shit, but people can't take it like that because people can't fucking think for themselves.
It's the whole we talk about a lot the whole triggering.
Here's the thing though, this is why this is all bullshit. Going back, Charlie Kirk exposed all the shit. What happened to the trigger warnings? Why do I need trigger warnings to see this man get his fucking face blown off? Why didn't this traumatize you? How about this?
Triggering, right?
Why didn't y'all get the sensitive content warnings for that? Why was this all over everything and nothing? Why was nobody sitting here talking about the PTSD they got from this like they are when they hear the word
numb
rape?
to that. Like they got you numb to that, right? But you feel it.
Because it's all bullshit.
And going back to the trigger word song, that's what that is about. Like you got dudes that survive gunshot wounds that get triggered by words.
They heard the N-word. Oh no.
Get hurt.
Like, motherfucker, you got 8 bullets in your abdomen.
And this hurts you?
You got shotgun pellets in your leg.
And you're triggered by this.
And you mad about a word? Come on,
man. We gotta do better. But that's what that shit is. That's what this whole thing is about, man. Because you're numb to one thing and your real pain receptors is going crazy on another thing that can't hurt you, right? You see a man get his fucking shoulder blown half to shreds. Oh man! Oh wow! That was crazy. Yeah, he deserved that shit. And then on the flip side, Young Thug is white on the cover, and he got a song. I didn't hear.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
the Young Thug's cover of his album is his skin is white, and it's crazy. I don't listen to it, but I heard like a clip of the first song. The song is called Nigger, and I don't know what the song is named, but he's saying nigger on it with the hard ER, and it's nigger there.
People are mad about it. Come on, man!
I can't make it up. I can't make it up. He's black, And he says the nigger with a hard ER, and they're like,
Oh
and it's like,
no.
oh, what is he doing? Like, he's obviously catering to your trigger senses, but he's black.
Like, yeah, what are you mad about?
Because he's
Who
saying the
cares?
word. That's the whole point.
Now, any degree of common sense also would tell you that he is doing this because he had the
Yeah.
whole entire thing with the
Yeah.
snitching going on. Like, come on, any degree of common sense. This is why he painted his fucking face white and said nigger a bunch.
And that is the cheap.
Change the narrative because y'all are stupid.
That's the wolf saying, hold on, these sheep are dumb. That's the wolf saying, these sheep are kind of stupid. I'm gonna just do this because
let me take advantage.
I know they're gonna react to this. I know they're gonna listen to this. I know they're gonna free promote and free market this. I know for a fact. They're gonna be crazy.
What? You know what's sad? Young Thug had a real opportunity to come out and say and do some real good and say, yes, the street shit is a lie. All of it. It's fake. It's a myth. This is not real. This is not where you should be. He was a very, very respected street guy. He had the opportunity to pop out after, but he made a fucking fool of himself on there ranting at every single person.
Man, he could have turned this thing around. He was given a second chance, and he just was like, and then you wonder, like, how much of that is real and how much of it's not? Like, why would he not come home and say, listen, man, I escaped something, and now I need to turn my shit. I need to turn this shit around. But
he could have taken the opportunity. They sitting there talk about him snitching. He didn't even have to admit. I don't know if he did or not. Again, I don't care. He didn't have to admit to it. He didn't have to do any of that. But he could have sat there and said, "See, this is the problem. This is what y'all focus on, and all of this is a lie.
No.
This staying solid. This is a fucking myth. Like two people do it."
But maybe that's not in his DNA. It's not his demeanor, or that's not.
It's the same way Future could have came out and been like, "Yo, I'm not doing drugs. Drugs aren't cool."
We talked about wolves and leading sheep. We talked about this. Well, this is what we talked about on this show. It's the human animal, man.
It's the motherfucking that. Y'all do fucking
game
better.
Within the game, man. Game within the game.
Sad.